Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Tinfoil Tuesday. How are you all doing? Sorry, I'm just stirring up my tea. This will be done soon. Yes, T-A-S-M-R. Sorry, it's almost done. Welcome to another edition of Tinfoil Tuesday. I got a bunch of fun conspiracy things for us to look at, debunk, and maybe have a little bit of a giggle at today, so get your Tinfoil Tuesday bingo cards ready. Of course, the first winner of bingo, as always, will get a gift sub from me. Or you can gift that gift sub to someone else. If you already have a sub, then I will write your name down, and we can do it another time. A Colston of 20 Bits, Michaela Peterson actually revealed that Jordan was diagnosed with schizophrenia before he went to Russia, and that he presumably hasn't been on any medication to treat the symptoms since Michaela thinks the diagnosis was bunk. Honestly, some of Peterson's writing might make a little more sense in light of that. I hope he gets the help he needs. I don't like the guy, but I don't think anyone deserves to deal with, like, mental health problems like that without proper, you know, support and medication and stuff. Wind Chanter with 20 Bits, Hannah serving up the tea, indeed. The Carp Cozian with $5. I don't know, sometimes I feel like a woman, but mostly feel like a man. It's been a thing since I was young. My girlfriend and friends are really supportive. Not too sure the rest of my family would take too kindly given the things they've said before. I mean, it's, you know, figuring out who we are. That's a journey, you know? Don't worry so much about the destination, just be who you are, and if you ever find a label that matches that, that's wonderful, and if not, it's fine. What's important is that you're just happy with who you are, regardless of how you label that, you know? Gab the Gamer 172, thank you for following. Sorry, I swear, I am almost done doing this. This is actually my second cup of tea today. I think I'm starting to like tea. I want it to be strong. I don't have to constantly stir it. I want it to steep very, very much, though. I would like strong tea. So here's what we got going on today for Tinfoil Tuesday. Oh, that's the dashboard. We have RV Truth with a video entitled The White Horse, Crown, Lion, Batman Symbolism. So I guess we're going to get some Batman. Remember, of course, if we do hype trains, every level of the hype train, I will don more tinfoil armor. Le Poupon with 30 bits. I got 48-hour timeout by U.S. Army Twitch for saying war criminals don't deserve respect. Apparently not respecting war criminals is against their channel rules. Bumble Homestead, thanks for the 200 bits. Hype? Hopefully. Hopefully we'll get some hype. Drink coffee, pitiful excuse for American. I don't like coffee. Coffee's disgusting. I will make this the strongest tea in human history. We have a new video from A Call for an Uprising. The end is close, but not before we are silenced first. We have this person saying President Trump is going to come back in March. I kinda doubt it, but that'll be fun to take a look at. Dude Spanking Dude with Dudes with 20 bits asks, have you seen that Resident Evil mommy vampire woman is like 9 feet? Even Markiplier made a public video of him being horny on main for her. I want her to step on me. Yes, I've seen the Resident Evil vampire lady horniness. We all, in our D&D chat, we talked about it. Jake and I and Sarah and Alex and Randy all had a conversation about it. It was funny. This guy has a video how feminists, globalists, and communists already won. This guy's kind of a chud slash conspiracy theorist. There's some crossover. Call Croy 88, thanks for the 100 bits. Monkey Fist says, you can't legislate executive orders unless you're a dictator. I wonder if he felt that way about the executive orders Trump did. We have a real classic here, which I've had in the wings for some weeks on Tinfoil Tuesday, but we haven't gotten to get to it yet. And it's The Earth You Live In from 2012. This is from Lord Stephen Christ. He believes that we live on the inside of the Earth. He believes the Earth is a sphere, but he believes we live on the inside surface of it. And he also thinks he's the reincarnation of both Jesus and Satan. And he cursed me once. That was close to the beginning of my career. 10 years ago or so. Okay, I'll stop stirring then. This person is... They think... And there's very legitimate criticisms of, like, dog breeding. And how we've selectively bred dogs for things that were aesthetically pleasing or funny to us, but cause great health harm. So that's reasonable. But this person seems to think that dog breeding is the work of Satan. So we'll take a look at that. This guy, general QAnon conspiracy type stuff. This is Nathan Thompson's channel with that guy who eats the pizza weird. And yeah, that's what we got up on the docket today for Tinfoil Tuesday. So, oh, we're on a hype train, 34% of level 1. Razzle Tazzle 91 with 100 bits. Tea is the queen of all drinks. Love the UK. Staying quiet now with 20 bits. Did you see the hilarious interview Newsmax did with the MyPillow guy today? No, I didn't. We can take a look. That probably counts for tinfoil, right? 314 Nikki, thanks for the 25 bits. Let's take a listen.
To continue posting. This comes as Twitter permanently banned Lindell's personal account last week. Joining us now to discuss is the founder and CEO of MyPillow and the author of the book, What Are the Odds? Mike Lindell. Mike, thank you so much for joining us and welcome. So well, what happened? What happened with your Twitter account and the company page?
Well, first mine was taken down because we have all the election fraud with these Dominion machines. We have 100% proof. And then when they took it down about 3 weeks ago, and then when I put it back up, my personal...
Oh, he's pissed. He can't even control himself. He's so mad. MW1642, thanks for the 100 bits. We're at 42% of the level 1 hype train.
It was a
Mike,
thing about
thank you very much. Mike, you're talking about machines that we at Newsmax have not been able to verify any of those kinds of allegations. We just want to let people know that there's nothing substantive that we've seen.
If even Newsmax is fact-checking you on your election fraud claims, then you might want to take a step back and reconsider.
Let me read you something there. While there were some clear evidence of some cases of vote fraud and election irregularities, the election results in every state were certified, and Newsmax accepts the results as legal and final. The courts have also supported that view. So we wanted to talk to you about canceling culture, if you will. We don't want to relitigate the allegations that you're making, Mike, because we understand where you are. So let me ask you this. Do you think that this should be temporary?
TYY, thanks for the 400 bits.
Could you make an argument
67% of the hype train.
What?
Could you make an argument that this could be a temporary banning rather than permanent?
No, I want it to be a permanent because you know what? They did this because I'm revealing all the evidence on Friday of all the election fraud with these machines. So I'm sorry if you think it's not
Mike,
it's real.
Can I ask our producers, can we get out of here, please? I don't want to have to keep going over this. Newsmax have not been able to verify any of those allegations that you're...
Mike, hold on a second. Everybody hold on a second. Mike, hold on 1 second. Let's talk a little...
That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Chrissia, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community, bringing us up to, we completed the level 2 hype train already, and we're at 14% of level 3. Carl Croy, 88, thanks for the 200 bits. Ghetto Kanya, thanks for the 100 bits. Happy Tuesday, Hannah, love the lipstick, by the way, you look powerful today. Oh, thank you. Massive Robertson with 100 bits. I wonder how crazy the comment section on that is. Oh, probably real bad. Mitchell Drummer with 100 bits. Thank you. Dingo Subman with some bits. Making it rain, lil babies. Habitual Dodo with 100 bits. Purple Nickel with 100 bits. Here and Queer, give me that shiny tinfoil goddess. Mitchell Drummer with 120 bits. Plantless 75 with 100 bits. Nice. So I gotta get 2 tinfoil garb pieces. I think I'm gonna go with the hat today. The other hat, obviously. Be right back while I get the hat. Andrew Batella with 20 bits. Hot take, there's no difference between QAnon and headquanon. What? What's headquanon? Head QAnon. Did I see the SpaceX prototype explode? Nah, I didn't. Let's see. I've been stretching this hat out for like a week. Let's see how this... Okay, it fits a little bit better than it was. It's got to be further back on the head, though. But yeah, that'll do. I think that'll do. So there's one. Get the jacket for level 2. Tucker White with 20 bits. That Newsmax clip is the last 20 years of cable news content distilled down to its essence. Icy with 250 bits. Thank you. We're at 43% of the level 3 hype train. Trying to get this to lay correctly. Close enough. Sushi Mom, thanks for gifting a sub. Bilderberg with 20 bits says hype. Look at this dog and cat with 200 bits. Thank you. Ooh, did we just get another level of the hype train? Perfect. Staying quiet now. Thank you for gifting a sub. Level 3 complete. Let's go with gloves. We'll go with the tinfoil gloves. I am so shiny. 22% of level 4 hype train. What conspiracy stuff can I put on while we do the rest of this hype train? Oh, by the way, Globebusters has deleted like every video on their channel. So Globebusters is basically no more. They might have a Facebook page or something, I have no idea. But for all intents and purposes, they're gone. Did that replacement piece for the treadmill get delivered? I forgot! I gotta go look outside and see if they got it. I gotta go get rid of the... this is done steeping, so I gotta get rid of the tea bag, and I'll go check outside real quick while I do that. Antipodian Squid with 1,000 bits, stepping in, dropping bits for hype, then running out. Love you, Hannah. Sorry, I can't stay. Well, thanks for dropping by, Squid. Everyone should go check out Antipodian Squid here on Twitch, by the way. Please do. Bilderberg says, looking good. Thank you. Okay, I will be back in just a second. I'm gonna go get rid of this tea bag, and I'm also gonna check for that delivery, and then I'll be right back, okay? So we're just gonna put on some music again while I'm gone. Behave yourself, the mods are here. Continue with the hype train. TYY with 601 bits. I want the train badge. Ugh, okay. BRB. Oh god, I just said BRB out loud. So disappointed in myself. I'll be back. No, the package didn't get here yet. It said by 9 p.m., so it might be a late delivery, or maybe they're behind. The post office has been behind, like, for months. But hopefully it'll get here soon. We are at 17% of the level 5 hype train. Oh, we might actually get to level 5 today. Beautiful. Dirges, thanks for the 100 bits. TYY just got the 1K bits badge. Nice. Habitual Dodo, thanks for the 200 bits. Marcus Drake, thanks for the 50. Dingo Subman with 40 bits, keeping the hype up for Hannah. That's what's up. Good rhyme. Mitchell Drummer with 200 bits. Sir Parker Posey, thanks for the bits. AW Ghost 82, thanks for the 50 bits. Yeah, 17% of level 5. Call Croy 88, thanks for the 100 bits. The Sheen suit shoots me, thank you. Chapomon with 100 bits. If you thought that furry chud from yesterday's video was bad, you should see the one where he argues in bad faith on the topic of abolishing the police. Yeah, I saw this was a video he did. I'm sure I'll come back to him on Chudwatch at some point. Because I just find the idea of, like, right-wing furries so interesting. 24% of the level 5 hype train. How's Puppet Guy? We haven't heard from Puppet Guy in a while.
Hey y'all, Shelley Duvall from the movie The Shining. You know, I'm playing the part of Danny's mother. And I just thought I'd let you know that I decided, along with an imaginary friend, I have an imaginary friend, it's another woman like me that has a son, and we decided to eat Danny. Excuse me. We ate Danny, and we're gonna eat her son tomorrow. You know, that's why I burped. You know, when you eat a whole baby, I mean, you know, or half a baby, it's a lot of food, especially in a famine. When you're in a famine and eat half a baby, that'll make you burp.
Sarah Cilia, thank you for gifting a sub. Or no, thank you for subscribing at tier 1 for 5-month streak. Hannah, you look a Chrome General from the future. Future! Future! I remember that episode. Wind Chanter with 20 bits. Is this guy gonna team up with Mimsy? Oh god, I hope so. 30 seconds left on the hype train, and we reached level 5. We're at 124%. Thank you, everyone. Rain Dean gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. What a Chad. What an absolute Chad. Stone Corbell, thanks for the 100 bits. Mimsy's better even though she's a chud. Probably true. Okay. This episode of Tinfoil Tuesday is brought to order. I almost said this episode of Tinfoil Tuesday is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. It is not. Stone Crow Bell, thanks for the 100 bits. TYY with 20 bits, so nobody snipes my train. Call Croy 88, thanks for the 300 bits. This episode of Tinfoil Tuesday is brought to you by Dashlane. Have you ever been online and been like, who's looking at my stuff? Get Dashlane or something. Is Dashlane one of those ones? Is that a VPN? I don't know. Skillshare. You can learn to do stuff. Sponsored by Skillshare. Another subscription that you'll absolutely never use. Okay. Let's do Tinfoil Tuesday. Make sure you have your bingo cards ready, of course, for Tinfoil Bingo, Conspiracy Bingo. Maybe we'll just start from left to right today. I don't even know if I want to, make concerted decisions on these things. I just kind of want to scattershot random it, you know? Let me see. I'll play some bingo today, too. Let's see if I win. I've never won bingo before. At least not the first person. And I'd like to. Gotta win my own game, you know? And I could rig it. I could make sure I get the right bingo card. And then I could pick all the videos. But I'm not gonna do that. I have too much integrity. Alright. Enough of the bullshit. Well, it's time for a different kind of bullshit. RV Truth is talking about, this video is entitled, The White Horse Crown Lion Batman Symbolism. I know what some of those words mean separately, but when you put them together in that order, I am confounded. So, I guess I'm gonna check it out. Ooh. Bow. Bow bow.
This is something I've covered extensively when it comes to the so-called event in D.C. at the Hill. One thing I really have to...
This was 2 days before the inauguration.
...emphasize to people that are searching for truth. If it gets spotlighted in the media, it's part of their script. It's not organic. Every aspect of it. They're not going to just fit it in something they claim that's organic to go along with the news story. It's definitely part of it. And we're going to take a look here at, again, this news story from Daily Mail, which I call the Daily Fail. Let's scroll down here. And we all know Ash Lai. And I find it interesting. You have Ash Lai with her so-called husband, and they had a live-in girlfriend as well. But again...
Wait, this is January 18th. Oh yeah, she died on the 6th. The inauguration happened on the 20th. So this is about the person who was at the insurrection attempt at the Capitol on the 6th and got shot and killed by Capitol Police. No, this isn't Call for an Uprising, although he sounds a little similar, doesn't he?
And the symbolism, just take a look here at the left wrist, and you see this tattoo with the G on it. G for Freemasonry.
Hold on, where? I can't even see the tattoo.
And also take a look.
Okay. So, I don't see the G. I see what appears to be a cross? Or like a spade in cards? Like, you know, spades? Not spades. What's the other one? What's the one this one looks like? Either way, it doesn't look like a G to me. Club, that's the word I'm thinking of. Thank you.
Look at this, the G sideways, and what do you see here? Actually, this is the crown symbolism, which has prominently been displayed with these recent news stories. And by the way, this doesn't even look like a real tattoo. Take a look here, a close look.
Wait, so you think they put a fake tattoo on her to give clues to people? Like it's the Riddler trying to leave clues for people? Yeah, that's spurious symbology as evidence on the bingo card.
It looks like he's wearing some type of sleeve, you know, for this news story. It's just a prop. And you can see it looks like it's lifted here. You see where it's lighter color here. And there's a little bit of dark area underneath this sleeve. Nonetheless, whatever the case is, this is just another Easter egg in plain sight for those that have eyes to see. Right in the center here on the chest is the
I didn't even see the G. I'm going to be real.
Lion symbolism. Again, I stated repeatedly, they're all about signs, symbols, dates, numbers, and colors. In this lion symbolism, which I'll get into momentarily. But before doing that, I want to show a little bit more. Here's Ash Lai.
They did say Freemasons too, by the way. So Freemasons on the bingo card.
And you see the symbolism here, the obvious symbolism. Dual symbolism here, clearly in plain sight, as they always do.
What about her hat? That seems like some pretty important symbolism. The one that's red and says "Keep America Great Again" on it. Is that not a relevant symbolism? Oh, it's not because it's a Trump thing. Funny how that works, huh? We're gonna in-depth look at their tattoos, and we're gonna when they do this, we're gonna really investigate. But when you're wearing a hat that's specifically for a political candidate, that's irrelevant. Don't worry about that. That's a small detail that doesn't matter at all.
Let's take a look here at this one individual.
Oh God. Altered Rin says, when I streamed with Squid, a transvestigator showed up. Oh no, let me look at the clip.
Means absolutely nothing.
I mean, there are...
Here's a...
Serena is not trash.
Oh my, wait, hold on.
Is this Hans Wormhat?
Are you Hans Wormhat?
Just like Michelle Obama. Oh my god, this is a transvestigator.
Wait, are you Hans Wormhat? Are you actually Hans Wormhat? Please tell me you are. Please. Please.
Oh, Koala's
No?
real!
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, I was so hopeful.
Oh my god. I have seen the Ellen video. Penis all over.
Beautiful. I gotta go catch the VOD of that stream. It sounds like it was fun. I stuck around for a little bit, but I had to go edit my stream for YouTube, so.
This is supposedly Ash Lai's brother, Andrew, 21 years old. And the symbolism, again, always there. I stated repeatedly how they are using the white horse symbolism. And here you go again. And by the way, you have your space symbolism as well. They always have, you know, again, their symbolism.
They pick everything. Anything at all can be a symbol, right? White horses, all of space. You know what's interesting about space? Literally everything exists in space. We're all in space. The fact that there's sometimes space imagery shouldn't be shocking. It's most of what is space. It's not shocking.
In plain sight, multiple purposes, but definitely the D as well. Of course, you get A, B, C, D. D is the fourth letter in the alphabet, and that's going to come into play a little bit more. But again, the white horse symbolism, which I've showed in video presentations repeatedly, and that's about the sign of the times. And here is the live-in girlfriend, Kayla, and here is the couple, and they co-own Fowler's Pool Service, and they have, again, more program. I voted, I voted, like vote.
Yeah, they're Trump supporters. They voted for Trump. I'm so confused. Why is he confused by this?
Count. There's always multiple things taking place within these news stories. And this is a huge aspect here. I mean, just before I point anything out, you're going to take this photo here at the beach. You're going to bring along 2 parrots in a cage with you, have one on the shoulder, one on the foot. But the big aspect, the larger aspect of this is, while people are focusing on her, the parrots, they don't see what's right in front of them. And that's the number 86. As you've been 86, you're gone. And that's, again, a huge aspect when it comes to these people.
Where are you getting 86 from? I understand that's like a colloquialism. You've been 86. But what is his connection to 86 here?
And another huge aspect, I've covered this repeatedly with the whole Batman theme. We know about Freemasonry.
I'm pretty sure she's dressed as Batwoman, but okay.
And the episode number 33 from Batman, where you had Bruce Wayne's grandfather stated in that one episode that he was the founder of this one Masonic organization.
What? Batman. Episode 33. Let's start from the back, right? Okay. This is from the 66 version of Batman. Episode 33, Fine Finny Friends. The Penguin captures and brainwashes Alfred to be his unwitting pawn for his plan against a wealthy social event. See, that doesn't sound like it has anything to do with Batman's grandfather. What are you talking about? I've never seen a piece of media that involved Bruce Wayne talking to his grandparents, because I think they're supposed to be dead, right? Hold on. Maybe the animated series? Batman, the animated series. But see, I watched the animated series, and that does not sound like something that ever happened on the show, so... He said episode 33. So let's take a look. Episodes... Season 1 would be episode 33. Episode 33. Robin's Reckoning Part 2. So it's a Part 2. Angered by Batman's deceit, Robin sets out to find Tony Zuko on his own. All the while plagued by the memories of his parents' death and how Bruce took him in as his own son. Eventually, Batman manages to find Zuko at an old amusement park, but Bleak breaks his legs during the fight. Robin finally arrives and prepares to kill Zuko in revenge. Yeah, no, none of that has anything to do with anything this guy's talking about. What is he talking about? I know there are other animated series too, but... Oh, are they talking about the Court of Owls? That's not like a Freemason thing. That's also a comic thing, not a TV show thing, and he said episode 33.
Based in Yale. We all know what that is, but again, they always have their symbolism in the yellow and black. Just people need to look that up.
So orange is Freemason, yellow and black is Freemason. I've also heard them say white and black is Freemason. Every color combination is Freemason. So no matter what you're wearing, they can point at the color of what you're wearing and say, Oh, you're a Freemason.
What this correlates with which group as well. And again, I mentioned it earlier. Why have a side-by-side of this?
Is reflective material Freemason? Am I a Freemason? That'd be pretty cool.
Same individual. Obviously it's all about duality. And again, the D being the fourth letter in the alphabet, so you get your coded 44 as well in the dual horses. So again, everything that plays out in the media, it's not organic. They don't just pick up on things and cover things unless it's part of their script and they want to be played out that way. And that definitely gets back into the whole lion symbolism. We'll get back with the horse later on. I'll show some images regarding the horse symbolism. But definitely I want to spotlight what it comes down to is the lion symbolism as I showed here. And again, the lion and the G in plain sight.
I still don't see the G. Am I blind? Hold on. We got to find this G because he's so insistent that this G is here. Is it this little squiggly right here that you can't make out in the photo? Because that could just be like a grouping of hairs. That could be some faded part of the tattoo. But it doesn't look like a G to me. I don't know. I guess I don't see the G.
I showed here. And again, the lion and the G in plain sight. And while watching television programming over the years, of course, we all know about Leo the Lion. And again, it's called television programming for a reason. There you see, again, Leo the Lion. And a very important aspect of Leo the Lion is the LL. What basically comes down to is 33. As you see here, the Pythagorean numerology chart. And again, always coded with these names. They love the CC initials and also the LL, just like LL Cool J.
Oh my god. Christine Chan is part of the Freemasons? I knew it.
The singer. Now when it comes to, again, Freemasonry and of course symbolism, what this is all about, you take a look here, again, the square and compass and a line in the center. There's so much Masonic lion Freemasonry symbolism taking place. This is one aspect that really needs to be spotlighted. Of course, you have also the Lions Club, songs for the lions, and also lion sounds like lying, like someone's lying.
That's generally the best piece of evidence that you can put forward for any claim, is that these two words sound alike. There are no words in the English language that just sound alike. That's why we have no word for that.
And that's another aspect. And of course, the Lion's Paw, a story of Freemasonry.
Homonyms.
You also have this one grip. It's called the Lion's Paw, real grip of a master mason. And of course, the actual logo.
Hold on, can we just take a look at this for a second? And look at this ridiculous handshake. If this is something that legitimately... I know a lot of people have channel points, by the way. I gotta figure out something to have you guys do with the channel points. How childish do you have to be to come up with this fake handshake? You gotta, like Spock hand into the handshake, okay? We're very official. We're a real club, guys.
Grip of a master mason. And of course, the actual logo of the Lions Club International. And let's take a look here at more symbolism. Very important. I'm going to spotlight a few others. But one aspect I want to show as well, as I shown earlier with this symbolism, when it comes to masonry. Here you see Pat Robertson doing the lion's paw in front of the chest. You know.
Okay, so this is satanic. This is satanic. This is satanic. This is satanic. Everything you can do with your hands is satanic.
Also Will Smith. And again, it's all about symbolism. People don't get the symbolism aspect when it comes to seeking truth. They're going to be lost. And again, Pat Robertson And a very important aspect of Pat Robertson's, as you can see here, the 700 Club, and the show the imaginary ball Earth. You have the
Oh no, he's a flat earther.
gold and blue in Freemasonry numerology. Gold and blue is 33.
Oh, okay, so gold and blue are also Freemason colors. Orange, yellow, blue, black, white. What was the other one? Every color is Freemasonry. Gold, blue, no space equals 33.
And also, as you can see here, as I fit it in the screen, the 700 Club just so happens to be 33 as well. So this is getting to foundational things about the matrix we're in, people that are part of it. And again, you know, all the symbolism is there.
Yeah, that's numerology. He's marking off all the bingo card stuff today, isn't he? We should actually do a rare mid-video check of the bingo call sheet, just because of how many we have so far for one video. We have flat Earth. We have numerology used as evidence. We have false flag because of the capital thing. We have spurious symbology as evidence, and we have Illuminati Freemasons. Jesus Christ, he's just, he wants everyone to get bingo today. Is 5G also Freemasonry? No. 5G is like the cell phone 5G.
Basically what I'm getting at is they're controlling both sides of the matrix. The politicians, the churches, Hollywood, the music industry, and definitely, obviously, the news as well. Another aspect of this logo for the 700 Club is the C with the 3 flames within. So you have your coded 33 with the C and the 3 flames.
I think it's supposed to be like a symbol of like carrying a flame for Christ. Like we're gonna, you know, not hide it under a bushel basket. I'm gonna let it shine. That kind of thing.
And again, like I mentioned earlier, the gold and blue for 33. So your dual 33s in plain sight. And again, the 700 Club is 33. So basically 33 3 times. And we all know what that comes down to. We had 3 and 3 being 6, 6 and 6. And as I shown previously, Pat Robertson, while he's praying, his eyes are closed. Everybody else in the congregation with their eyes closed. He's mocking, making the devil horn signs. Again, these are just abandoned deceivers. They're all part of a club. And basically, again, the 700 Club is the 33 Club. And this is the devil's number. And definitely, again, with all that's happening on the world stage, they're telling us what's to come. Again, with the crown symbolism, as I've shown before, many video presentations, and obviously as well within the D itself, the white horse, you have the orange surrounding the white horse symbolism. Of course, you have orange for 33. So every aspect of these photos, obviously, it's played out to be this way. And again, if people don't understand signs, symbols, dates, numbers, and colors, they're going to be lost and falling for the lies of the Matrix. And just like all stories, there is an ending.
All right, that doesn't understand the Matrix as a. he's doing a speed run. It's like he's doing a bingo card speed run.
And when it comes down to an Ashley's supposed husband, he purchased this Fowler pool cleaning company, as you can see, a little bit of a close-up, Fowler Pool Services. And I found this quick clip very interesting that was shown in the media. Just take a listen to what it said.
Someone asked, is he talking about trans there? No. The Matrix as a metaphor for being trans space is basically any time a conspiracy theorist uses the Matrix as like a metaphor for their own conspiracy bullshit, when the Wachowski sisters, you know, have said the Matrix is like a metaphor for being trans. Because they were both trans. Are both trans, I should say. Yes, we got numerology.
And again, our news is coded, the printed material, and of course the actual video we see on the news telecast with the sign symbols, dates, numbers, and colors. Take a listen.
After a rant about her political beliefs over the phone.
We started with Fowler Pool Service about 33 years ago.
So 33 years ago, again, this is where it's all leading. To the one world government, and it's coded. Obviously, this is the UN logo with the crown symbolism, as we know. It's the wreath or the crown, and of course the flat earth model itself, and the 33 segments. This is where it all comes down to, where all these nonsense news stories that get spotlighted, again, with the white horse and the
it's probably a sports team hat.
World government. And it's very obvious, you know, these people that are participating in these fake news stories, they have no clue
it's a Broncos
what they're part
hat.
of.
Sure.
And this is all part, again, setting the stage for the one world government headed by the UN.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs.
They love to use this clip of George Bush Sr. talking about a new world order as if it's like nefarious, at least nefarious beyond the United States' typical neo-colonialist imperialism, I'm gonna come into your country and decide things bullshit, right? They think it means like, we're gonna start a one world government or whatever. That's not what he was talking about. He was talking about the idea that this is when the Soviet Union had fallen, right? The Berlin Wall had come down, and it felt to a lot of people, and as funny as it is now, there was literally a book written called The End of History, and people thought that, like, this is it. This is the status quo. An American-style democracy is going to spread to the world, and the world's going to be one big, happy, westernized, democratic family, and it's all going to be great. Woo! American hegemony is going to rule the day for 10,000 years. Yay! Of course, that didn't happen. But that's what they're talking about. It was that end of the 20th century idea that, hey, we did it, America. Capitalism won. We're not going to have any more big problems or wars or international disputes ever again. Hip hip hooray. It was bullshit, obviously, but that's what people believed. It wasn't nefarious. It was naive, to say the least.
The conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Oh my god! White horse and white house? The word horse and house are only one letter different? I knew the president lived in a horse. They can't fucking fool me. Yeah, people like horses. Things get named after horses. Teams use horses as a mascot. It happens. Most animals in one way or another that are like known of are used as things. Like here, look, okay? I have a mug right here. That's a gorilla mug. Okay? It's a gorilla mug that I keep some 3D printing tools in. Is this nefarious because it's a monkey? No, it's just a monkey. I think this is actually supposed to be King Kong. Yeah, that's Kong from Kong Skull Island. You get the point. They're, you know, you can find animals everywhere. Jesus Christ.
John, chapter 9, verse 20.
And then, of course, it comes down to the same clip he ends every video with a complete misunderstanding of They Live. Guys, They Live was not about Freemasons. It was about capitalism. You don't have to agree with its messages if you don't want to, but the director and writer has literally come out and said, John Carpenter has been like, guys, stop using They Live for your stupid conspiracy theories. It's about capitalism. It's not even it's not even a thinly veiled metaphor. It's just a movie that's oops all metaphor. It's not even subtle, guys. And I love They Live. I think it's a fun movie, but it's not subtle. It's how do you not understand? Anyway, that's RV Truth single-handedly filling up the bingo card. Good for him. We'll come back to him another time. Let me get to these bit messages and then we'll double check the bingo card. Wind Chanter with 20 bits. This guy's at least has enough awareness that he can't puppet good enough, so he only has the puppet on camera, so you can't see his mouth. He could teach Mimsy a thing or two. The Creeping Darkness with 20 bits. Easter egg. Man, Ready Player 3 is getting weird. The Distant Red with 20 bits. He's got a point. D is the fourth letter of the alphabet. Doodle Burb with 100 bits. Hi, Hannah. Amazing outfit today. Thank you. Wind Chanter with 20 bits. Hannah, please start a cult. Nah, I'm good. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. I have an orange hat with a white power T of the University of Tennessee. What does that make me in the land of conspiracy bullshit? No idea. Wind Chanter with 20 bits. Pat Robertson is Satan. I knew it. Saruna with 20 bits. Hey, Hannah, I looked into the Batman grandfather thing. It was in the Adam West version. He founded the Skull and Bones Society. It was just sad and had no plot involvement. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Ty, thank you for 20 bits. That's what the government wants you to think. Garo the Khajiit, thank you for subscribing with Prime. And Ada Blue with 50 bits. Put on the glasses. The goggles? Oh, God, I don't want to do that. They give me a headache. Plus, they're already on this thing. Maybe next week I'll do the goggles and the horns. But I'm not going to do the goggles and the hat. The goggles are already on the hat. I don't want to take the time to, like, take them off. And... Oh, you mean from They Live. Duh, sorry. Put on the glasses. And then they beat each other up in that alley. Yeah, I remember. We've been live for an hour, 30 seconds. Who are we going to do next? Let's just keep on trucking through this. Oh, we were going to do bingo call sheet. Right. Is Call's parody channel still a thing, or did it die? He changed his parody channel to just another Call for an Uprising channel. Which was his plan all along anyway. I think we're still at this. I don't think we got any other ones. Okay. Well, a Call for an Uprising is still freaking out, because that seems to be his baseline. So let's see what he's freaking out about today.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show, and welcome those of you who are a part of cancel culture, the hot new term that everybody uses for censorship. Cancel culture. You know, the people who...
As I like to call it, consequence culture. You want to go be in a riot to try and overthrow the United States government? Okay, well, here are the consequences for those actions. Oh, you're gonna do some racist shit in public or on Twitter? Here are the consequences. No one wants to do business with you. It's not cancel culture. It's the natural consequences socially of your actions. Be an adult and recognize that your actions have consequences.
Cry and whine like cupcakes about anyone who has a difference of opinion than them. These same idiots out there who don't realize that once they wipe free speech away from people like me, it'll be wiped away from them. But this goes back.
It's not a free speech issue. YouTube, Twitter, etc. doesn't want your conspiracy garbage on their website. The government hasn't censored you. It's not a First Amendment issue. You're fine.
To 1984, like most things do, right?
Do you think a call for an uprising has actually read 1984? Just wondering. What are the chances?
For predictive programming, not much is more accurate than 1984.
My favorite part of 1984 is when that runner came in with the sledgehammer and swung it around and broke the TV. That's in the book, right? I actually haven't read 1984. I had to read Brave New World in school for our dystopian fiction standard. And yes, I know that's just an Apple ad. The hammer thing, I was making a joke.
84 to see where the world is headed in 2021. But one of the things in 1984, and I'm going to show you because it's fascinating, is the 2 minutes of hate, it's called. 2 minutes of hate is Big Brother riling up the zombies and the sheeps who have been herded in this herd community now, this herd reality, and gotten together and they listen to Big Brother because Big Brother is the one who takes care of them, right? Socialism. Big Brother's the one who feeds them. Big Brother's the one who provides them work. It's
definitely not supposed to be socialism because the author was a socialist, but okay. It's a stand-in for authoritarianism in general. Not socialism, but okay.
Destroy the Constitution and destroy all the rights that people have in the book and in the film 1984. But what's funny about 1984 and the 2 minutes of hate is how accurate it is to what's going on right now with free speech and hate speech and cancel culture. Because all of these zombies have been riled up because of Big Brother, the media, and they've been told that we're the new enemy. No longer is it Al-Qaeda in the caves out there, the boogeyman, Osama. No. Suddenly, the new enemy of humanity has become people who have a difference of opinion.
Your difference of opinion is that you think the world is controlled by a bunch of pedophilic Satanists and you think vaccines are a way for Bill Gates to try and track you and control the population. That's not a difference of opinion. You've just been radicalized. You're a radical conspiracy theorist, and as we've seen as of late, that can lead to violent actions being taken. That's not just a difference of opinion. You're a radical, and not in the fun 90s way.
Us are the ones that they used to laugh at and say we're just lunatics and crazy people. Now we're threats, apparently. And these people can't put one and one together and realize the reason that Big Brother considers us a threat is that we're waking people up to the reality of the world.
No, it's because you're radicalizing more people into nonsense. And again, none of my opinion on this comes from the media. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch, like that kind of stuff regularly. I'll watch some coverage of stuff like Inauguration or whatever, but other than that, I get information from reading and stuff like that. I don't listen to news opinion very often. And sometimes I'll listen to, like, Twitch streams, but those aren't corporate media. Those are, independent people talking about things. Like the Surfs or whoever. I'm not getting my opinion on these things from these people. I'm taking in information and then synthesizing my own understanding and beliefs of them. Like, I look into conspiracy theories a lot for fun, not just here on stream, but I do so in my off time as well. My opinion on conspiracy theories and how they're dangerous and radicalize people into cutting well-meaning family members out of their life, who aren't, like, toxic. It's perfectly fine to cut toxic family members out of your life. What I'm saying is, like, people who get really into QAnon and decide to not talk to their family anymore and decide to start, you know, radicalizing to the point they end up, you know, like on the 6th, storming the Capitol and committing multiple felonies. Like, it's not good. This is a natural consequence of these things. Have you guys seen the QAnon website, like the greatawakening.win lately? They're still all in believing Trump is going to come back. And like, say, it was all a joke, I really won the election. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. All these anti-vax people becoming a public health nightmare because they've been indoctrinated by people like this with absolutely no medical knowledge into believing that jackasses on the internet know more than doctors. It's bad. It's real, real bad.
But instead they create fake psyops and all this stuff to bait people into thinking we're dangerous. Well, in this clip from 1984, you're going to see exactly what they do. And just picture the people that they're showing for them to hate and want to go against. It's really your face on that screen.
We'll watch a little bit, but I'm probably going to skim through it just because you guys get it.
Face on that screen, and anybody who questions the narrative of the mainstream media.
Vile and ruthless aggressors who have committed countless atrocities and who are guilty of every bestial crime a human being can commit. Yet they waste our land, destroyed our factories, looted our homes, while our gallant forces are engaged in a life and death struggle. We face on the home front an enemy who is far more dangerous.
You know what's funny about this? This closer resembles the rhetoric that a call for an uprising uses than the mainstream media. Like, Call for an Uprising is the one who uses his platform to constantly, every single video, be like, it's them, they're destroying us, they're trying to track us with vaccines, they're ruining the world with their globalism. Like, his channel is the 2 minutes of hate. It's that, every day.
One of our own people. The arch traitor Canada. This is the man, the leader of the underground, who betrayed our glorious revolution and would betray Big Brother.
We get it. Propaganda.
How realistic is that? Because the only reason that all of these people out there can't stand us is because the news media has constantly been talking about fake news over the last couple of years, because so many of us have exposed what's really going on, and the underworld, and the satanic underworld, really, and SRA and all of these things that they don't want out there. So they've taken these zombies and sheep who can't think freely and have no independent thought, and they've told them over and over through repetition, right, because that's the key to mind control, constantly beating it into their heads, like I always say, which is the reason that you get schooled.
There are 4 lights!
Schooled for so long and learn the same nonsense over and over because they want to create a false reality in your mind of a world that exists when it doesn't exist, a false history of the world, false sciences, right? That's the reason that they use year after year after year of schooling. They want you raised by the institution, not raised by your family.
You can be raised by your family and go to school. What are you talking about?
They want you raised on lies and an illusion. So these same idiots that believe in Big Brother and believe in this Matrix beast system have just been getting force-fed this, reason to hate all of us, to lump us all into the Q crap, which all of us who are...
Because a lot of your beliefs are very similar to the QAnon beliefs. Now, as I understand, a call for an uprising disavows QAnon, which I find quite funny, and I wonder how much of it comes from legitimate disagreement, because they seem to believe in a lot of the same things. This idea that there's this false belief, let me be clear, that there's a group of like satanic pedophiles in the elite places of government and business and whatever that are eating children's adrenochrome to stay alive forever or whatever. Like the adrenochrome stuff, I don't think Call for an Uprising necessarily believes. But like a lot of the other stuff lines up with QAnon. So I'm wondering if it comes from a genuine dislike of QAnon, or if it more comes from he feels that QAnon's sort of in his territory, so to speak, in terms of the grift. Just my opinion, though. Who knows?
Wake called out from the get-go that it was a psyop created by the CIA, which is exactly what it is, lumped us into MAGA, lumped us into Trump, right? And lumped us in as being dangerous.
Again, a lot of people who are conspiracy theorists, especially people who are into QAnon, are Trump supporters. There's a huge correlation between those two things. It doesn't mean every conspiracy theorist is a Trump supporter, but right now, I would argue a good 70-something% of conspiracy theorists are probably Trump supporters. That's a number pulled, let me be clear, and I recognize this, completely out of, like, my ass, and from what I see anecdotally by visiting conspiracy theory places and listening to a lot of conspiracy theorists online and seeing what they have to say, the majority of them appear to be Trump supporters. Not all, but a majority.
So these people now want to take us away, and they want to take away our free speech. And they want to take away our rights. And Big Brother's going to reward them at the end of the day is what they think. But the only reward they're going to get is when they're bent over in the bottomless pit.
Honestly, that sounds pretty good to me. So, I'm game.
And Lucifer himself is taking you down the Hershey Highway.
Ooh, yes, Daddy Lucifer. Joke's on you. I'm into that shit. Don't look at my Monster Boy folder, okay? That's my own personal business.
Because there is going to be no reward. Sooner or later, they're going to lose free speech. So I was just watching clips from 1984, and I thought I'd share that with you because it's so true that all this hatred that people have for people like me and you is all brought on the same way that these 2 minutes of hate are brought on in 1984. Because they see on the news, they're constantly saying, oh, no one's going to get better from the outbreak because of these crazy conspiracies out there about what's happening to people or what, oh, they want a microchip, oh, right? And it gets people more and more mad because they want things to go back to the way they were. They want things to be normal again. They can't stand people that don't believe in Big Brother because they love and depend on Big Brother because they're all children. All of them. None of them have a pair of balls. None of them have... They're all cupcakes. They're all cupcakes. They flag videos. They flag free speech. They call Big Brother to come in and take it away. And that's exactly how this is going to continue on. There'll be more psyops that are created, and they'll blame it on people with, who create conspiracies, and they'll continue to censor people and take them away.
Yeah, because you're legitimately dangerous. And again, if you want to go stand on a public street corner and yell this stuff like people had to in the past, that's fine. But the internet's created a situation where you've actually successfully radicalized a lot of people to the point that it's dangerous, and they're starting to take violent action against others based on these completely false beliefs that you fed them. And I'm not putting this all at the feet of a call for an uprising. Of course not. There are tons of people online who are doing this stuff, from flat earthers to QAnon to call for an uprising, and all sorts of people like this. But a little responsibility falls at the feet of all of you. It's real bad.
Away. But like I said a million times, they're going to have to cut my head off to get me to shut up. I want to remind everyone, a place where there is complete free speech, my website at callforanuprising.com. It's $2.99 a month. The forum, again, check out the forum over there. I just put up a picture. Amazon's got this new building they're putting up. Unbelievable.
That's honestly a pretty sweet design for a building.
Does it look very familiar to the Tower of Babel?
No one... Okay, two things. Tower of Babel doesn't exist. It's a fictional story. And two, any depiction of the Tower of Babel is just that. It's a depiction. Whatever. It's also just a pretty sweet design for a building. So even if someone did go, hey, let's make a building that looks like the Tower of Babel, that's pretty sweet.
Nah. It's just really coolly designed, right? We are in the end times.
It does kind of look like, what are they called? What's that company that makes the Why can't I remember their name? They make sex toys that look like Bad Dragon. Yeah, it looks like a Bad Dragon product turned into a building. A lot of people in my audience were very quick to know what I was talking about, which is very sus. I see you. I see all of you.
Folks, Babylon is rising. It is a frightening time to be alive. But check out the website if you haven't. I want to thank the patrons again. If you can become a patron, please consider doing so. You keep this channel going on YouTube. And without Patreon support, less and less content's going to be made on here. And I don't have that many patrons anyway, so I don't know how much longer I'll be on here. So consider that as well. And the merchandise store, the Teespring store, is available for anyone that wants to get something, a t-shirt or something like that. It helps promote the channel. In a world where, you know, channels like this are censored from anyone finding out about our existence, it helps. It goes.
Oh God, someone buy me that A Call for an Uprising mug. I want it. I want to sip tea out of my Call for an Uprising mug while I make fun of him.
A long way. So thank you guys again for your support. 2 minutes of hate, huh? Whew. That'll be a lot longer. Well, 2 minutes of hate, I guess, is a lot better than eternity in hell. That's for sure. Thank you again for listening. God bless all of you and your families.
So that's A Call for an Uprising. He's still, you know, freaking out about stuff.
If you've ever had this...
He's posting like multiple videos per day now. He is freaking out.
I had mentioned that I was going to do a video just to show people how did we get to this point with everything going on in the world. Well, there's lots of ways, really, but one could point a finger directly at fluoride. Because we live in such a passive society, a lethargic society, where people are just getting stomped on by Big Brother and don't seem to care. As the media continues to contradict every word they say over and over, as per masks, as per the things, the side effects that people are getting, as per all these new variants that are popping up, everybody just shrugs their shoulders and gets beat up and says, okay, as businesses close, as people lose money. And you have to look no further than fluoride. Now, before I get into it, I want to remind everyone to check.
Fluoride is in toothpaste. Some municipalities, I think, have actually stopped doing the fluoridated water, specifically because it's in so many... It's in basically every toothpaste, unless you're very specifically looking for a non-fluoride toothpaste.
Check out the website at callforanuprising.com. I have a video going up there today, which is absolutely hilarious. Will blow your mind who was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, of course, if you have it, $2.99 a month, check it out. But also make you laugh. For those of you who aren't aware, fluoride has been dumped in our water now for quite some time.
Yeah, it strengthens the enamel on your teeth and it's fine. There have been plenty of studies on fluoridization of water. It's fine.
Fluoride...
It's good for your teeth. Again, there are people who've said at this point it's potentially redundant because of the fluoridization of toothpaste, and maybe that's true, I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with fluoride. It's fine to put in water.
Is a chemical that does a lot of bad things to you, including cancer-causing things, including infertility studies.
Basically, everything can cause cancer in high enough amounts. like everything causes cancer if you're exposed to enough of it. The sun will give you cancer if you get too much of it. Like, anything can give you cancer.
Type stuff. You notice how more and more people aren't able to have kids and reproduce, and one of their goals is what? To depopulate? That doesn't have anything to do with one another. They don't correlate at all.
That'd be population control as a motive on the bingo card. Forced sterilization, population control as a motive. Yeah. Why can't I click on the things? There we go. Being alive causes cancer. Yeah, on a long enough time scale, everyone would get cancer.
But the main thing really that should concern people about fluoridation in the water is the fact that people like Stalin were doing this.
I think Stalin probably also wore pants. That doesn't mean pants are evil, you know what I mean? Like Hitler and the Nazi Party had one of the world's first anti-smoking campaigns. That doesn't mean smoking is good just because they were against it, right? You know what I'm saying? You hear the saying about broken clocks being right twice a day? Ask Dave about that one. He knows something about broken clocks.
To their, to his people like that guy with the mustache. If you don't remember him? Yeah, they were putting fluoride in the water, testing it on people like lab rats. And they noticed that they became very, very calm.
Source?
And very, very lethargic. And there was no rebellion in them from the effects of the fluoride on their brain. They noticed that people were becoming more and more weak, mentally weak.
So does it call for an uprising, not brush his teeth, or what? Just because, like, the vast majority of toothpaste has fluoride in it now. So is he just, like, straight up like, no, I'm not gonna brush my teeth. I'll show you the government.
Now, in addition to fluoride being in the water, our government has admitted that aluminum is in our water. Aluminum, the same stuff that they dump on us from the skies. Now, why is aluminum bad? Well, aluminum is something that can lead and causes autism. And why is there such a skyrocket in these diseases over the last 50?
That's chemtrails, by the way, on the bingo card. The thing being dropped on us, that would be chemtrails. Where's chemtrails on the bingo card? 18. Cool. We're getting a lot of bingo spaces today.
Years. Oh, because it's just the way nature goes? Or is it because they're putting chemical compounds in our food and water and causing us to be this way? Now, you might say, how does this all correlate with the world we're living in now? Well, it correlates because people just don't care anymore. They're rolling over, or should I say bending over, to Big Brother. They've even admitted to putting...
He has such a weird obsession with sodomy. Very strange. That dude Zoot with 60... Oh, well, I'm not doing pit messages yet. I guess I should wait.
Chlorine in our water. That's right, chlorine. The same thing that's in your pool? The same thing they tell you not to drink?
Kids love to stay cool in the pool, but doctors are warning parents to be sure their children aren't drinking the water. A couple of swallows are harmless, but ingesting too much can cause chlorine poisoning.
Did you hear that part? That's the important part. A couple swallows won't, hurt you. I mean, it's not great for you. And the using chlorine or anything like that as like a water purifier, it's not ideal, but in some places it gets used. This actually ties into MMS, by the way, if you've heard of that. Conspiracy alt medicine bullshit. It's basically just bleach. MMS is it was called Miracle Mineral Solution, but it's just an industrial bleach, basically. And in some undeveloped countries, it's been used for sterilization of water. If you have a big thing of water, you put a very little small amount of this bleach and mix it in with the rest of the water, and it can help purify it and kill bacteria and stuff in the water. But a bunch of idiots, some of them evangelicals, decided that all of a sudden, oh, if we drink this straight up without diluting it, or diluting it almost not at all, then it can cure everything. And it's a whole bunch of bullshit. It's just absolute bullshit. They're having people drink bleach. The point being that there are certain things that when used in very, very small doses can be beneficial. But if you use them or drink them or whatever in a high enough dose, then it's bad.
Bacterial...
Even drinking too much water will kill you at a certain point, is my point.
Infections or even secondary drowning if a child inhales water into their lungs. Doctors at Bay State Medical Center say there are some symptoms that you can look out for.
Headaches, fevers, diarrhea, rashes. In fact, we just recently, within the past 2 months, have had a child hospitalized at Bay State Children's Hospital with this diagnosis.
So I'm going to show you some video clips here of just how these safety videos that Big Brother used to roll out to make people feel like, ooh, water's going to help my teeth and I'll have nice teeth. Meanwhile, they don't even mention how they just dump all these processed sugars inside of everything, and that's why people have tooth decay in the first place. and the fact that fluoride does nothing.
The United States government doesn't do that. Although we can talk about corn and corn syrup subsidies. That's certainly a discussion. But like Nestle or whoever, or Kraft Foods putting sugar and stuff, yeah, that's a private company thing most of the time. They happen to do it because it makes things sweet cheaply, because again, the subsidies by the United States government, and it makes foods more addicting. Welcome to America.
Nothing to prevent it. What it does is it weakens a society. And that's why people just continue to shrug it off, not care, and do nothing about it, because they've been drugging us and getting away for far too long. And for the people out there who go, the anti-conspiracy people who still are okay with fluoride in the water because they're so stupid.
Yeah, again, if it was more cost-effective to not do it, since, again, all toothpaste has fluoride. Again, if a studies basically showed, hey, we don't really need to do this anymore because it's more effective to just put it in the toothpaste, that would be fine too. Whatever.
They go, it's just a small trace. It's not something that's going to affect you. Well, let me tell you this. If you gave me your cup of coffee this morning and I put a small dose of rat poison in it that wouldn't officially kill you, would you still drink it?
To prove a point to you, if it was in the same dosage relative to the size of the liquid I was drinking, then yes, sure. If you want to put 0.0000001% or whatever of rat poison in my tea just to show you how stupid you're being about fluoride, sure, fine.
Oh, no, I wouldn't call. Oh, okay, but they're not the same thing. And why is that? Is aluminum good for you? Are these types of chemicals good for you? No, they're not. They even tell you that they can kill you if taken too high of a dosage.
Anything can kill you if taken at too high of a dose. That's how it works.
But the same can be said for rat poison. I'm sure you wouldn't want that in your water, now would you? Take a look at some of these clips and tell me this is not absolutely comical how they play off and get away with this stuff.
I live in Grand...
It's Michigan! Okay.
Rapids, Michigan. Population 100 of the Lower Peninsula, 30 miles from Lake Michigan. Grand Rapids is a typical Midwestern city, sharing the problems and joys of every other American city. It's called the furniture capital of the world. However, our industry is not restricted to furniture. Our manufacturers are known corporations, being built adjacent to some beautiful older areas. We're proud of our churches. We're proud of our schools and the far-sighted program of our boards of education. We are proud of our children and look forward to their future. We're especially concerned with their safety and health. We guard them against disease and accidents.
Look at all these white people that are allowed at the pool.
We protect our children through safety programs. Not a child has been killed on his way to or from school in 21 years.
I mean, that's good. What the fuck happened 21 years ago? Was that such a common thing in, like, the 50s that we had to be like, and not a single child has died walking to school in 2 decades? Oh, is that a concern I should have? Oh, God. Okay. Wowzers. Ooh, I like that kid's bike, though. He's got, like, a Pee Wee Herman bike.
I was particularly pleased when my daughter came home and told me that she had had her teeth examined in school. The next time I visited my dentist, he told me about the dental decay studies conducted in Grand Rapids by the United States Public Health Service, the University of Michigan, and the Michigan Department of Health. The water supply for Grand Rapids comes from Lake Michigan, about 30 miles west of Grand Rapids, where an intake pipe is located about a mile out in the lake. A pumping station sends the water toward Grand Rapids, where a second pumping station boosts the water load along its way to the city. These pumps can deliver 60 million gallons of water a day to our filtration plant. The superintendent explains to us that alum, charcoal, and chlorine are added to the water.
They filter the water and then they put fluoride in it. We get it. I'm not going to watch this whole video. But you understand. They put fluoride in the water for your teeths.
The decay rate decreases, and on the way to school. We guard.
And this is the world we live in, folks. This is 2020. This is why we have what we have going on right now, right? They got away with doing this. They put a little fancy music behind it. They tell you Big Brother's behind it and supports it and wants to help everyone, you know, be healthy and safe, and they want your kids not to get cavities. Meanwhile, they don't tell you the other effects of what it does to the human body. They've been poisoning us for a long time, from the skies, in our food.
Side effects from fluoride in water are incredibly rare and don't really happen in any statistically significant way. It's fine, which is why water fluoridization is like one of the most common municipal programs in the world, right? Like, this isn't an America-centric thing. Almost every developing and developed country in the world, if they have what's the word I'm thinking of? If they have a municipal water service and they have an amount of money to put into public health, they put fluoride in the water because it's a simple, well understood, safe way to help people like have stronger enamel and stuff on their teeth or whatever. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with water fluoridization.
And specifically in our water, which is a life force. Now, you can't live without water, can't live without food, can't live without breathing air, and they poisoned all of it. This is called biological warfare. And this is the perfect storm they have created right now. And you're seeing the results of the years and years of fluoridation on our society, because you could just tell that nobody cares, nobody rebels, everybody just shrugs their shoulders. Going on a year now of this stuff, and people are broke, people are homeless, they're telling us what we can and can't say.
Who's telling what you can and can't say in public? We're not talking about, like YouTube? YouTube has TOS. They're a private company. They can determine who's on their service.
It's just absolutely sickening. If people would just wake up to it. Now, if you're somebody out there who is wondering what you could do, obviously there's fluoride filters. I use a fluoride filter. That's something you could talk about over on the website. People can give you links to ones that they use or talk to you.
Is that even a thing that you can do? Hold on. Fluoride filter. Because it seems to me that fluoride is such a small amount in the water. How would you filter that out? You know what I mean? I'm just wondering. No, that's like a hardcore filtration system. This one might do something. But like these things aren't going to do it. Maybe one of these big ass things that has like a bunch of layers of filtration. I have no idea.
You about it in the forum section over on the website.
The Otaku X has
if
bingo.
You need help with that type of information or want to learn more about it. So check out the website if you haven't. And again, I want to thank everyone for being here.
Can I get a link to your bingo
card then? This is the new world order,
then?
folks. It's here, and it ain't going away. Thank you again for listening. God bless all of you and your families.
Okay, so that's a call for an uprising. Again, silly as usual, paranoid as usual, and pretty ignorant in regard to how basically everything works. So that's nice. Moving on, let's check this bingo. Doesn't understand the Matrix metaphor for being trans, something is a false flag, numerology, forced sterilization, and chemtrails. Yep. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Can I gift a sub? Not right now, apparently. The Otaku X already has one. Hold on. Where's my notebook so I can write this down? Where is the page where I write down these people's names? Gotta find the page. Hold on. I gotta take off my gloves for this one. Gift it to someone else then? All right. If you say so, can do. This is going to go to a random person. I have no idea who.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Who got it? Kingdom Reborn 487. You got the gift sub. Nice. Do gift subs from the streamer cost money? Yes. Yes, they do. I get half the money back, though, so it's technically half price. As long as it's my channel, of course. Oh, boy, I am so hungry. I haven't eaten today, but we're only an hour and a half into the stream, so... Oh, I should have eaten. Let me do these bit messages, and then we'll, do something. Ravenna Zane, thank you for following. I'm gonna say that's how you pronounce it. Tucker White 94, 20 bits. I've never even read 1984, though I've seen the film adaptation, and I probably know more about it than these guys. Also whispers, Orwell was a socialist. The Profane Priestess with 25 bits. George Orwell wrote the Ing Soc government to be more like Stalinism. He wanted to demonstrate how socialism could be corrupted by authoritarian. Orwell fought with anarchists in Catalonia and is on record saying his writing opposed authoritarianism and supported libertarian democratic socialism. Right on. Dingo Subman with 20 bits. Then why is Florida effed up? That dude Zoot with 69 bits. Found your channel last Tuesday because of the QAnon caller. Gotta say, I'm very glad I did. Well, welcome. I'm glad you like it. Profane Priestess with 20 bits. Autism is not a disease. Stop pathologizing neurodivergence. Call, yeah. Ty, thank you for your 20 bits. Don't kink shame him. Ada Blue with 100 bits. Autism isn't a disease, it's a power move. The Creeping Darkness with 20 bits. When you have to walk uphill both ways in the snow, it's a dangerous trek to school. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. For the sake of argument, let's say everything a call for an uprising says about poisoning water and food supplies is true. All right. What's the end game? Do they just want to rule over a wasteland? Yeah, it's never made a ton of sense. Crystal Cat with 100 bits. Most filters you can buy filter out fluoride, unfortunately. That sucks. Crystal Cat with 100 bits. Also, you can buy unfluorinated toothpaste almost anywhere. My local grocery store has like 4 different brands of just the unfluorinated stuff. It's terrible. Yeah. Bumble Homestead with 25 bits. Hannah, put on a cleanse and go grab a snack. And Ghetto Kanye with 20 bits. Hannah, I haven't eaten either today. Chat, don't be like us. Hannah, we'll eat together. Come on. No, I'm fine. I don't want to eat on stream. People have been complaining when I snack or eat on stream because of the noise. So it's fine. I'll just eat after I'm done. Here's, I would imagine this is a QAnon or Q adjacent thing. This is entitled, President Trump is going to come back in March. So this person thinks that Trump losing the election and Biden getting inaugurated is all part of the plan, and President Trump is really secretly the president, or he's going to be again in March. It's crazy.
I would watch her on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, this is a godly woman. I would never forget when she stood up on the soapbox, and there were these women that were like casting spells on her, and she was talking. She was out in front of an abortion clinic. And I said, oh, that's such a beautiful woman. That was the first video I ever saw. And,
you ever see a woman in front of an abortion clinic and you just think, oh, yeah, what a beautiful lady.
And I said, wow, we need to get her on the show. That was really powerful. And I played her video on the show, and we probably spent the better part of an hour talking about her. And then next thing you know, I started following her, and then she's in New York City. And then she's at the Eiffel Tower in Paris. And then the next thing, she's spraying paint in New York City. And then and you never know where's she was born in New York, raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. Although her father was a Muslim, she always knew Jesus as her Lord and Savior, which is an amazing story in and of itself. But we have followed her, and we also, I just found out that we were both in Washington, D.C., and there were a whole bunch of godly patriots in Washington, D.C., we couldn't even meet with some of our closest people that we wanted to meet with. There were so many people there. But Bevelyn now joins us. I want to talk to her about that. It's been a while since you've been on, but welcome back, Bevelyn. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So I just found out that you were in D.C. as well. I want to get your opinion about this, if we could.
Okay.
Tell us about what was your overall perception of what you saw in Washington, D.C.? Tell us.
So actually, I was right in front. Okay, and we were waiting at the Capitol, and I don't know, I was like wondering, is someone going to speak while we waiting there? But we were just waiting. Next thing we know, we hear people saying, they're rushing the Capitol, they're rushing the Capitol. And you had some young guys that were there, right? And usually when Antifa comes out, there's a specific way they dress.
Oh God, are they gonna pretend that Antifa are the ones who did the insurrection attempt and not Trump supporters? Boy, hold on, let's take a look. It's really hard to type in these gloves, I apologize. Boy, if only these people made it clear what their political affiliation was, wouldn't it be so much simpler if they would, like, wear hats associated with a specific political candidate, or wore flags and shirts and hats with the political candidate's names on it, so it would be easier to identify who they're doing this for and in the name of? Oh, look at this guy in pajama pants. You gotta go to the insurrection in pajama pants. Oh.
They're like usually all black with like a bulletproof vest on, with like a helmet and goggles. Who walks around with a helmet and goggles? Obviously, you're trying to protect the
people who don't, want to get beaten by the police usually do that, or who are worried about tear gas getting in their eyes.
From getting clobbed in the head, and you got goggles for pepper spray. So you've seen guys like that, but they had MAGA stickers on their hats and stuff, so no one really thought much of it. I remember looking at one guy with a helmet and goggles, and I'm like, why would he wear that? But
because he was there to start shit. Because these MAGA supporters were there to start shit. Hello? Come on, guys. We all saw it.
And then he had a Trump sticker, so I'm like, all right, but, I mean, that's a terrible fashion statement, but okay. So, next thing I know, they're like, watch the Capitol, watch the Capitol, watch the Capitol, right? So now they're trying to break, and so the cops are trying to fight them, but not too much. It's not really like the cops really wasn't trying to fight. The cops are pushing back, like acting like they're fighting, but then pushing back. Long story short, they rush the Capitol, and people get to the door. Now they're kicking the door open, they're busting the door open. Now, the crazy part is I actually saw like Trump supporters in front, but I also saw people ahead of them. Excuse me, sorry. I don't know if they were Antifa or what they were, but there were two different types.
They were Trump supporters who were trying to kill Congress people. Glad I could clarify for you.
There were two different crews in front. And all I know is with the spray gas and all of that stuff, it didn't stop these people because they had goggles already. And so they're pushing and they're pushing, they're pushing. So why am I saying this? I believe from what I saw that Antifa ignited the fire. And because these Trump supporters were so emotional about what was going on,
yeah, they were. Yeah.
They thought that these guys were with us.
First of all, they were with you. But I like that she thinks it would be better of a narrative, even though it's completely false, to say, like, we just got real emotional and got involved with a group of people trying to murder Congress. Whoopsie! Like, as if that would be a defense in any universe. Yeah, I don't know who these people are, but it was definitely Antifa.
Later on, we realized, no, that was a setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. And at any point in time before that moment, did you sense that you were with a bunch of people that wanted to do bad things? I mean, it seemed like the crowd was a beautiful crowd, wasn't it? Beautiful crowd.
was wonderful. We were.
Oh, yes. Look at this beautiful crowd. How beautiful. I usually look at people like this and think, "Aw, beautiful." Isn't it how nice how they tried to, you know, overthrow democracy? What nice people. Jesus Christ.
Chilling.
Yeah, everybody was. And I went out there because I wanted to find out, okay, what's the vote going to be? You know, and have them be held accountable to we the people. And I wanted a lot of people to be outside. And like if VP Pence came out to a microphone on a balcony and said, I just voted to, you know, to do bad things to America or whatever, we could at least scream back at him.
You guys got in the Capitol building and immediately started chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." Are you fucking kidding me?
That was it. I think that's why we were all there.
We just wanted to yell at him. Uh-huh.
And just being there would make them think twice about doing bad things. And that's what it was supposed to be about. Then I
you know, it's about the implication of violence.
Heard as we were walking up towards the Capitol.
Intentions.
Yeah, I heard, oh, somebody breached the Capitol. I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid. And then I hear, oh, they evacuated. I'm like, oh, hold on a second. What about the vote? Have they announced the vote yet? So
no, they had to evacuate because a bunch of Trump supporters came in and tried to kill them.
Bevelin, guess what they did? We have to say this because you know how they operate. They wanted to evacuate and do this thing. They had their provocateurs go there. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, like the FBI had paid Antifa people there breaking windows. And then
the FBI starts knocking on random, you know, people's houses that they think are Antifa. Hey, you seem like someone who doesn't like fascism. Will you come and do a false flag with us? Because if we know anything about people who tend to associate themselves with the idea of Antifa, they definitely love authority, and when the FBI comes knocking on their door, they definitely want to work with the FBI.
had that vote at 3 o'clock in the morning in the dark of night. And that's what they wanted all along, isn't it?
They knew what they were doing.
They did.
They knew what they were doing. And they used that thing. They didn't even talk about nothing else but that.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, everybody's life in danger. Trump supporters. Trump has caused this fight. They literally, I know for a fact it was a setup, and they...
Why do you think that? You can say you know for a fact all you want, but you don't actually and haven't provided any evidence to that effect. You're just claiming it. You're like, I know it wasn't Trump supporters. Well, why? Why do you think it wasn't Trump supporters? They were completely dressed in Trump stuff. I watched the live streams. They were chanting pro-Trump stuff and anti-Pence stuff and anti-Democrat stuff, anti-democracy stuff. Like, on what are you basing the fact that it's not Trump supporters other than the liar, because it's devastating to my case argument? Like, I understand it makes you look very bad to admit the truth, but it's still the truth regardless.
Used it against us. We didn't even talk about fraud votes and none of that. None of that was relevant that night. Everybody was just bashing Trump, including that dirtbag Mike Pence, he's a trash bag. To me, he's a total trash bag.
Yeah, I imagine this. You said you were there, so you were probably one of the people shouting, "Hang Mike Pence," and you still don't understand the issue? You're the issue.
Because he acted like he was honest, he acted like he was for us, and he basically threw all of us under the bus.
You know, a Christian man, speak of a Christian man would not do what he did.
His job? It's one of the only times Pence did something fine. Not even good. He just did his job.
That's not a Christian man that would certify and throw us all to a communist regime. No Christian man would certify a fraudulent vote like that.
We got to start putting misunderstanding of communism on the bingo card or something. That comes up often.
No. I mean, this is the part that killed me with Mike Pence. He acted so for Trump and so for us. And I mean, I think what killed me the most with him was that he acted so good. But when it finally mattered, when it actually counted to stand, he bailed on us and he turned us. He turned on us. And then to watch that, I don't know about everybody else, but for me, January 6th, I felt like I watched the death of my nation. I felt like, oh my God, they're crucifying Trump and they're coming after us next. Not to say that Trump is Christ, because that's not what I'm saying. If you think that, then you're just ignorant. But it's like, now they're coming after Trump supporters. And they're just basically practicing their moves now because they're going to come after Christians next. Period.
Yeah, I think all of us, I'm not going to speak.
That would be a hell of a move, considering the vast majority of people in the United States are Christian. Good luck with that.
I'll speak for myself. I believed that President Trump was fighting real hard against an evil system on our behalf. So Trump, to me, was like a whole bunch of us that were saying, yeah, go get him. You know, take down Big Pharma. Take down the deep state. Go do that. So he's working for us. They attack him. We put him there. They attack him. They're attacking all of us when they attack Trump. They can't. And when we all show up there, what do? They say, oh, anybody that showed up there, you're a domestic terrorist.
If you participated in the domestic terrorism, then yes, you are a domestic terrorist. Funny how that works.
Americans are domestic terrorists. When they attack Trump and they attack Trump supporters. And next thing is, oh my goodness, we get together. If we had a prayer rally tomorrow, that's domestic terrorism next, isn't it? Yeah. Bevelin, you've come on. You've got a campaign that you're always campaigning for something very, very important, and we're always advocating for it. Before we go, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to quadruple down on this. These leftists who are listening right now, because they got to listen, they got to hear what we're saying, and they'll jump in and start attacking us. They claim that they have the exclusive rights to say, oh, COVID deaths, 400. Remember how they attacked President Trump and killing?
Yeah, because that was his fault, because he failed to take action at the beginning of the pandemic, and as it turns out, exponential growth is a bitch, so that's on him. If you're going to start trying to blame Biden right now, well, that'd be incredibly stupid, considering we're doing really well with the vaccine so far. We're now at the point where we're adding more COVID vaccinations than new cases every day, so that's nice. No. You don't get to blame Biden for this when it's Trump's fault. Sorry. Good try, though.
And I have been running around throughout COVID saying, like to the Black Lives Matter people, yeah, Black Lives Matter as well. Why don't you join me? Let's go down to the Planned Parenthood. They're killing millions of babies.
Conflating, like, people, adult, sentient, sapient human beings with thoughts, feelings, and, like, lives with a fetus. Not a great move.
Right? If you care about deaths in America, and a lot of them, let's go down to the Planned Parenthood. I've been saying this all throughout COVID. Out. Yeah, go ahead.
Check this out. I'm sitting in a car.
Look at you.
They just did a March for Life in front of a Planned Parenthood.
They did.
This is supposed to be about President Trump coming back in March. They mistitled this video.
You are so awesome.
That's
where our advocacy needs to be. Because, yes, we don't want people to die. But if we're going to weigh it out, 400 deaths, 400,000 deaths. One death is terrible. Unnecessary death is terrible. But what about the babies that they kill? They're now...
Why did that pause? The hell? Did they, like, cut their own audio off? Wow, this is top-notch production quality. This isn't paused. It just cut off like that. What the hell?
Terrible. Unnecessary death is terrible. But what about the babies that they kill? They're now...
Yeah, the audio got aborted. Whoops. And it doesn't come back. Then there's just a minute and a half or so of dead air. Wow. What competent video editors. They should be very proud of themselves.
Let me tell you, Luke, democracy dies in darkness. Did you know this?
I heard
the
that
Washington
Post,
Post,
that phrase from?
Which is the Bezos Times, in their op-ed about the hedge funds being the good guys. Let me read a passage for you. They said, "This time is different. The game."
Is that Tim Pool? It sounds like Tim Pool.
GameStop speculators are not merely in a frenzy about one stock. Their goal is to destroy the traders who link stock prices to fair value. To suggest a political analogy.
Perfect sense there, yeah.
Okay, either way, this is that channel. By the way, this channel also has Mark Taylor, who's the guy from the Trump Prophecy movie. Jake and I recorded that. I just got to edit it together. He's a QAnon
It's
guy
tied
now.
into.
But anyway, that's this channel. We're done with them for the day. Bit messages. Andrew Batella with 20 bits. Followers of Jesus 33 AD. Quote, Jesus is going to come back any minute to end the world and take us all to heaven. 70 AD. The Temple of Jerusalem got destroyed and Jesus ain't here yet, but Jesus is about to come. QAnoners, February 2020. Biden is illegitimate and wait till Trump comes back. Yeah, someone won bingo already. Logarth with 20 bits. Great news, Jeff Bezos is changing jobs from CEO to just a board member or something. I guess whatever. Bad news, the guy replacing him is already talking about selling face recognition to cops all over the world and in the U.S. government committee that will determine who that is. Yay. Oh, great. Doodleburb with 20 bits. MAGA, these FBI reports can't stop me because I can't read. Littlest Dean with 50 bits. This lady is devastated because she witnessed the death of a nation. We all know that the insurrectionists prefer the birth of a nation. Logarth with 20 bits. Also important to note that abortions have been dropping significantly in the last 10 years, even with legalized abortions. You know, increased sex education tends to do that. Oh God, is this Nathan Thompson harassing more children?
Have you ever heard that space is...
Nathan, learn to stop. It's time to stop.
Fake and the earth is flat? Yeah. You heard about that, right? So we're about to take off on tour. Austin Whitsitt right here has a channel on...
At least they look like some of them are... They're not like children, you know? They look like some of them are maybe teenagers, and there's some adults there, I think.
On YouTube, it's called Wits.
The camera's pretty bad, though, so it's hard to say.
It gets it. I've got a channel on YouTube that had 15,000 subscribers. They just erased it.
I like that he just airs his grievances with YouTube and Facebook to anyone who will listen to him. It's pretty funny.
Now I have about 500. It's called Be the Change. So, like, be the change you want to see, right? But just research flat Earth, guys, because the Earth is not a spinning ball in space.
It is.
That's all fake. And then they lie to you and say our ancestors were rocks, all this stuff, right?
That's not what people say.
Right? So, I didn't mean to take up a bunch of your time, but I want to...
He's just in his car parked.
Donate to your guys' situation here. Is it okay if I give a donation? Yeah, man, totally. 1, 2, a couple bucks, bro. There you go. Thank you so...
Wow, $3 whole, Nathan. What a generous philanthropist.
Yeah, I'm more important that I share the truth than a couple bucks, in my opinion, but it's what I got. Also, can I give you guys a flyer? It's got our information on it.
All right, cool, brother. Yeah, look into it, bro. Oh, definitely, I will.
Y'all be blessed, all right? Sharing's caring. Be the change you want to see on flat Earth, guys.
Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please consider sharing. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next heavily censored, demonetized video. God bless. Don't forget, be the change.
Oh, Nathan. Nathan, why? Why are you like this?
This video goes out to...
Again, this channel is Nathan and some other people. So this is not Nathan, this is one of his friends.
all the sheep. The sheeple people. I have one simple question. How long are you willing to wear your face mask?
As long as it is in the best interests of the public health and my health to do so?
honestly, ask yourself, how long are you going to wear your diaper on your face?
Until COVID is dealt with, and even then, during flu season, maybe regularly after that, because it actually has done a pretty good job of lowering flu cases this year as well, so.
Till the vaccine comes out? Well, have you looked into it? That they're claiming that after the vaccine comes out, you are still required to wear a diaper over your face.
Yes, for now. Yep, it would be pretty... How do I put this? If people started walking around with no masks, even if they did have the vaccine, then people would start seeing walking around with no masks as okay, even though it's not if you haven't had the vaccine. And also, stores aren't going to walk up to every single person and be like, do you have the vaccine? Do you have the vaccine? Do you have the vaccine? So it's just easier to tell everyone to continue to wear a mask. That's fine. Also, with mutations and stuff of the disease, if a new strain came out that somehow, for some reason, wasn't effective or wasn't compatible with the vaccine or whatever, then it could help prevent its spread either way. That's fine. There are a myriad of reasons for this.
Okay. We all comprehending now? Here's a bigger issue we got. How long are you going to wear 2 masks on your face?
Same answer as the previous one. I did see the thing about wearing multiple face masks and maybe wearing disposable ones under your cloth one. I don't have any disposable masks. I wouldn't be against doing that if I had them. But again, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Same answer as the previous question.
Because remember, one is only like 60% or 50%. 2 masks.
I think they said 2 is like 75 or something, and then 3 is up to 90.
Oh snap! Now you're up to like what, 87 or 96% or something crazy. Wow! Do you see where this is going? Do you see, sheepos? If you simply just order 3 masks and put them all on the same time, you're 100% guaranteed to be corona-free.
I think they said it was in the 90 percentile range.
How long are you going to wear 3 masks, people, even after you took the vaccination? Wake up.
Man, why are all these doctors been wearing PPE for the last century? Don't they know it's all a hoax? Asking globeheads why stars twinkle at the post office. The atmosphere. And he's gonna counter with, oh, but the sun doesn't twinkle. Well, the sun's much closer. The sun is a much closer, much more powerful, because of its proximity to the Earth, light. Stars are far enough away that you get the twinkling effect because of the atmosphere.
Can I ask you guys a random question?
Is Nathan filming these people without their knowledge? That's not generally cool. I'm not saying it's necessarily illegal. I don't know if he has like 2-party consent laws for recording in his state, but I think it's generally good to point out to people, hey, I'm recording a thing. Is that okay? Just seems like a courteous thing to do.
Why do you think stars twinkle? No idea? They say it's because of turbulence in the atmosphere. So the air above your head's moving around, and they say that causes them to twinkle.
Yeah.
Now my question is, why doesn't the sun twinkle then?
Again, because the sun is a much more powerful and closer light source. It doesn't get interference as easily because it's much closer.
Or why don't the planets twinkle? Because those are all outside Earth's atmosphere. Wouldn't the ISS twinkle too?
Again, the ISS is very close to the Earth, relatively speaking.
Twinkle, twinkle, little ISS?
Why does he annoy people like this? Nathan, no one wants to talk to you about this.
I've been doing astrophotography for 5 years. And I show people my videos, and they ask me, what is that? Because they've never seen a real star, guys. Let me show you a real star.
This is always his go-to because it's the star he has photographed personally, but he did so on a pretty not great telescope. I'm sure it's fine for, like, a consumer-level telescope, but, like, you know, it's not that great. If you go and you look at, like, I don't know, real pictures of stars, like, you could find really, really amazing pictures taken not only just by places like NASA or other space agencies from different companies, but you can find, like, some pretty good, you know, prosumer type photos from different people. It's interesting, you know? But yeah, stars can look blurry, and obviously with Nathan's, he's getting a lot of interference from the atmosphere because he's doing, like, you know, on his little camera thing attached to his telescope in the middle of the night. But yeah, that's how it looks, because it's very, very far away.
That's a real star. That's Sirius. The dog star. Let me show you one more this big.
Nathan, he's reacting because he's uncomfortable because a seemingly unstable person has approached him at the post office and started rambling about stars.
Beta Ceti. Isn't that cool?
Slowly walk away. Slowly walk away.
Yeah, the Bible says heavens declare the glory.
He's just incapable of recognizing how uncomfortable he makes other people. It's so sad.
God in the firmament shows his handiwork. So, space, it's not real. Outer space, it's all fake.
Nathan doesn't wear masks either, for the record, so he's almost certainly not wearing a mask right now.
Have you ever seen the NASA bloopers with, like, the wires, the green screen, the harnesses? Let me give you something, bro. That's all yours.
Like, how much more could you... Look at the woman in front of this guy. Back, completely facing away, not acknowledging him. The body language could not be clearer. Leave me alone. And Nathan can't pick up on this. It's the least subtle body language in the history of body language.
Knowledge is power, dude. That's why they're hiding it. Thanks for taking my flyer.
This one with the thing?
Just one.
With the glasses. Trying to look all smart on me?
Capturing everything.
Okay. Is that what you're doing? Okay.
Right here.
You probably do.
It is. Oh.
So it is a hidden camera. They're in, like, his glasses or whatever.
Oh.
Nathan, stop. Please stop, Nathan. Ugh.
Oh no, I don't need one. I'm good. It's not a real virus, you know. It wasn't a real virus. She's just
Don't you
doing
like
her
it when
job.
people make absolute
She's
jackasses
an
out of
asshole.
themselves and endanger public health
That's how you do
through
your job.
said dumbassery? How nice. What an asshole. Ah. flat smacking at Food Lion and outside.
Excuse me, darling. Can I give you some free reading information that you can check out
Oh,
anytime?
don't walk up to
One's
people
10
and being like, excuse me, darling. Fuck off.
Scientific proofs that anybody can do, and 10 on the Bible that backs it up. We got many more, but you can only put so much on a pamphlet. I've been testing for 4 years. It's pretty crazy. It'll blow your mind. Have you ever met a flat earther before? I'm the first. Hey, you don't forget your first. Thank you.
Hey,
Yep,
KF
Sharon's
Logan,
caring.
how you
That's what I
doing?
do.
Me and Baja are doing good. Thanks for asking.
Thank you. Wrong phone. I've been testing for 4 years. It will blow your mind. Hey, can I give you some free reading information? 10 proofs you can do.
Stop
10 the Bible backs up.
proselytizing to
And we
people.
could do a whole lot more,
Not
but you
only
wanna
is he
put so
not
much on
wearing a
camera.
mask, he's handing things that he has handled to other people all throughout this store.
I've been testing for 4 years.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Proof that water seeks its own level. Yeah, and on a ball, finds its level is going to be settling closest as it can to the center of the Earth, which on a ball is going to be curved. Ugh. Flat Earth people frustrate me. Like he's able to put that together, but doesn't understand the implications as to how that applies to Earth. I don't know. That was a short bit of Flat Earth Nathan stuff today, but I can't. I can't with these people today. Some bit messages. Bardlock Moses with 50 bits. Are we watching a crime? Sometimes we do. Mike Max 321, thanks for the 20 bits. I bet when March 4th does not happen, they'll say it'll happen July 4th because it'll be independent of the true United States. I'm sad that you're probably right. Mike Max 321 with another 20 bits. When driving law came out, we still are forced to wear seatbelts when we were hated by people when it came out. Oh, which were hated by people when they came out. Yeah. My grandfather hated wearing a seatbelt and would refuse to do it. It was very stupid. Logarth, the 20 bits. Every single person I know is planning on continuing to wear masks during flu season and pollen season. This year's Australia CDC reports 2% of normal flu cases for A strains and 0 for B strains. Yeah, it's crazy. The littlest Dean with 50 bits. Here in farmland where I live, we have an airborne fungus that can kill pregnant ladies, and I want a kid soon, so I guess I'm masking up for a while. Oh, that's sad. That's scary, honestly. Bardlock Moses with 50 bits. Nathan doing a crime? Nah. Stone Corbell with 20 bits. What would you do if someone came up to you in public and asked if you know why stars twinkle or some other ridiculous out-of-nowhere question and started going into diatribe about flat Earth? I'd be thrilled because I'm weird and I'm into this stuff, obviously in an ironic fascination with the people who believe it kind of way. But I wish Nathan would talk to me. I wish Nathan would, like, come up to me somewhere on the street and try and start a conversation. Logarth, the 20 bits. If the Earth is round, why is my brain so flat? Checkmate, Globers. Killjoy102 with 100 bits. As someone who has worked retail and dealt with people who were like this 99% of the time, you just let people rant or say their piece and ignore them. You aren't paid enough to deal with these people. True. Bardlock Moses with 50 bits. These a-holes are why I get pick up grocery. Gotta upgrade to the delivery. That's what I do. Towing24 with 20 bits. What are the odds that Nathan's pig boyfriend will film his YouTube COVID denials as the docs jam a ventilator into his throat? Hi. Andrew Batella with 20 bits. But doesn't Nathan know that supermarkets aren't real? They're a conspiracy. Killjoy102 with 100 bits. I think he genuinely thinks that gravity as a force just makes things goes down, not relative to anything, just general down, which is why the round earth freaks him out. Maybe. Kingdom Reborn 487. Thank you for following. Hi, kitty. Ah, squeeze. Squeeze. Hi, kitty. How are you? You're on stream, kitty. You don't know what the internet is, but you're on it. I wonder if she wonders why I come in here and put on shiny stuff and then just talk to, like, she doesn't know what I'm doing, so she just thinks I'm in here making noises for 3 or 4 hours. She must think I'm crazy. And she's right. What are we gonna do next? Oof. Kitty, you're in the least opportune place. She thinks I'm a Nathan. Tell Lupine Mama misses her. Your mama misses you, Lupine. Okay, kitty. It's time. So this is a classic. This is from a while back. This is like a repost from 2012. This is a 9-year-old conspiracy theory that I am privy to because the person who wrote this conspiracy theory is named Lord Stephen Christ. He believes and has believed for a long time that he is the reincarnation of Jesus Christ and Satan somehow. And he also believes that we live on he doesn't believe the earth is flat. He believes that the earth is round, but that we live on the inside concave surface of the earth. And this is his sort of manifesto on that belief system. I know of him because he cursed me once. I don't mean he swore at me. I mean he literally said he laid a curse on me to cause nightmares, which obviously worked. So let's take a look at this classic conspiracy from 2012.
Okay. Here is my extemporaneous attempt to explain to you the inverted world. Inverted world. This is the true nature of the universe, the inverted world. Okay? That means Earth as you know it, as you've learned to understand Earth, even from a little toddler in grammar school, you have been taught wrong. Earth is not a planet. Okay? Earth does not spin. There is no spin to the Earth. Regardless of what you've been told a lie. It's not true. There is no spin to Earth. Earth is...
I always like that it can never just be... Oh, kitty's sitting on the spacebar.
Inverted.
I always like that it can never just be like a mistake, too. It can't just be that scientists are mistaken for some reason. There's some aspect of reality that makes it very difficult to falsify this particular claim, or that like it's misleading to observation. It's always got to be some big lie, right? It's got to be about some cabal hiding the truth. It can't just be being wrong. It has to be a conspiracy.
What does that mean, inverted? Well, that means that the surface of the Earth on which you stand on curves upward. So if this is you...
This one's particularly funny because if what he was saying was true, the world would look like, you know, Inception, when the city curves up on itself? Now, certainly because of the size of the Earth, it would happen much more gradually, but you'd be able to look up and you would see more of the Earth, right? You would see surface curving up into the sphere shape that you're on the inside of. It would be clear as day. You would be able to look through a telescope and see, you know, in the sky. You'd be able to go and see other stuff. It's just weird that he believes this.
You are standing on the inside surface of the Earth. This is called concave, okay? The concave side of Earth, which means Earth is not solid. Earth is hollow. However, it's not hollow in the way in which the more popular version of the hollow Earth theory is. Earth is a shell. It's just a shell, okay? It's not solid, and it's just a shell. The shell, I'm not sure the thickness, but it's not very thick, I would imagine. Because firstly, man has...
People have dug, I mean, I think a bit down. I mean, there's, you know, a lot of it left, because we're talking about going to the center of the Earth on the actual Earth model. But we've gone, you know, far enough down where we're pretty sure it's not like a shell. It's, you know, it's a planet.
Is not even drilled more than 10 miles beneath the surface of the Earth.
That's pretty long. 10 miles ain't nothing.
Do you know that? And yet they can speculate. All their so-called knowledge of the center of the Earth and the core is all based on speculation. That, let me get a circle here.
It's not uninformed speculation. It's speculation based on their, like, doctorate level knowledge of geology and the makeup of the Earth. Like, I'm not saying it's 100%. I'm sure if we took an actual drill and could take it down to the center of the Earth somehow, I'm sure there'd be some stuff that was probably wrong, but I imagine a lot of stuff would also be accurate because it's been tested and looked at by a myriad of geologists and other groups over long periods of time. Bye, kitty.
Not too nice, actually. Oh. That... a smaller circle. That means the Earth contains the entire universe, which means that everything that we know, everything that we've been taught about the universe is actually false. There's a vast scale difference and a vast distance difference than what we've been taught, because we know that Earth is 8,000 miles wide. Right? But I'm saying the water, the oceans are on the inside. The continents are on the inside of the Earth. Okay? So, what's up in the center? Well, in the center is the celestial sphere. There's a sphere up in the middle of the Earth. And I'm drawing these dots to signify stars. All the stars are very tiny, okay? Stars are created by...
This guy's, he's like the Bob Ross of conspiracy theorists.
Luminescence. Sonoluminescence, which is basically nuclear fusion, but at a very small scale. It can be created in a laboratory, in a jar, in a beaker, not a jar, but a glass beaker in water. Okay, so basically, in this beaker, when you are penetrating sound effects, it's creating this little spark of light inside the liquid, inside a beaker. So sonoluminescence is the idea of bombarding the center of this liquid with sound. And it creates a little burst, a little bubble of light, okay? Sometimes you'll see actually what the scientists will tell you, they call it, you'll see like a little surrounding arc that surrounds some of the stars. They call it bow shock. And they'll tell you it's, it's light years wide or whatever. No, it's very small, it's very tiny.
On what are you basing the belief that you think it's tiny, other than you already have the preconceived notion that the Earth is concave and we live on the inside?
This outside surface is actually the bubble of the stars inside the liquid. Now, inside the celestial sphere, this is hollow too. And there's a celestial ocean. Okay? Which actually verifies and validates what we read in Genesis chapter 1.
Good night, Quinn.
Where
Thanks
there
for
are
stopping
two
by.
levels of water. The waters above
There's
and the
nothing
waters
funny about
below.
the tools of capitalism.
And there was a firmament, which was created. This is a hard surface, and I believe it's created out of glass. Okay, this is the initial firmament. Later, after the flood, there's a secondary firmament that was created. But inside this chamber here, it's hollow, and there's sound being reverberated from the center. And what is in the center, get a straight edge here, is, well, I'll just do by hand,
Thanks, Meteoric Indigo.
a octahedron, okay, which is basically two pyramids turned on. Turn on each other like that, okay? There's an octahedron in the center of heaven, which is in the center of the earth.
Like No Man's Sky.
The book of Job, chapter 38, very significant chapter.
For the record, if this was like a D&D homebrew cosmology, pretty good.
Verse 33 says that the ordinances of heaven take dominion of inside the earth. Heaven is inside the earth. Heaven is inside the earth. What's also inside the earth? Let's go back a little bit. Genesis chapter 1, okay? At the apex of this magnetically charged, magnetically powered octahedron, if you got the positive side here and the negative side here, is the apex where it's generating the source of the light. This is where the light is originating from. Notice also, too, there are four corners at the base of this octahedron. Okay, that is what is referred to in the Bible as the four corners of the earth. Okay, four corners of the earth. Notice also too here there's a magnetic equilibrium. At the center, this is where the equator is. Okay, so basically you can take this 0 degrees latitude, and that's where your equator is. That's why also geostationary satellites can hover perfectly. Another thing too about Earth, there is no spin. I told you about that on the first page here, but no spin. So the spin is happening inside the Earth. Why is it happening? Because of magnetic propulsion and the way magnets work, okay? If you place a bar magnet inside a glass beaker, okay, and you put that on top of an exciter that excites the plasma, okay, you put this bar magnet inside this beaker, okay, it's had a positive and negative pole to it, right? But these field lines are returning upon each other. Let me draw this a little bit better here. So these field lines are returning like that, okay? So what that does basically is that it creates a spin, a lateral spin like that. spin.
I'm going to skip ahead to see where we get later. We're obviously not going to watch this whole thing. It's almost an hour long. But I just find this guy interesting.
And it's not it's, they can't figure out either where they can't, and it doesn't come from the ground either, basically, because there's many holes in that theory. There's no meteor craters where these tektites have fallen. Tektites are...
How do I put this? I find this guy to be more wholesome than someone like Nathan Thompson, right? Nathan Thompson, it feels like an ego thing for him, right? For Nathan Thompson, it feels like it's more important he being seen as smart or he being seen as important than it is what he's actually trying to push. You know what I mean? It feels like an ego thing for Nathan and a little bit of a grift. This guy... He clearly has actual problems because, like I said, he thinks he's like the reincarnation of Jesus. This guy needs some help. But, like, this is honest. You know what I mean? Like, he believes this, and it's not about his ego necessarily, although he has his moments. He's just trying to teach people what he thinks the actual Earth is like, and he's put a lot of thought into it. Now, it's thought that goes nowhere, and it's thought that's not based in reality, but it's interesting. I don't know.
Let me explain tektites to you. They're molten. It's basically molten glass.
Funny about the tools of capitalism.
Some are in the form of like dumbbells, like that. Some are in the form of glass, filtered light is projected onto reflective water vapor. Or clouds. Joshua chapter 10, let me get it for you here.
I've also, by the way, never seen Nathan Thompson actually draw a diagram this cool looking. Again, it's bullshit, but like, if I had a D&D game and someone like drew this, I'd be like, fuck yeah, that's so cool. Like, it's creative. I don't know. Again, though, he thinks he's God.
You look very digital today. It's because you're a camera. Am I delusional for talking to inanimate objects? I think so. But possibly if you understand that. I have the understanding that what I'm saying is actually going to be recorded and being broadcast to other people, then I wouldn't really consider that delusional, would you? No. It's a matter of perspective.
He has a lot of videos where it gives me Joaquin Phoenix Joker vibes. You ever get that sense? Oh, I think he's a solipsist as well. What the hell? That's music I can't play. Talking animals and Nephilim skulls. Lord Stephen Christ.
Well, let's watch this one. Teddy, the talking porcupine, wishes you a Merry Christmas. Let's watch that one.
Can you say Merry Christmas? Say Merry Christmas.
That's cute. Yeah, we'll maybe, oh, he has a video against flat earthers. Because, of course, he's not a flat earther. He's a concave earther.
And I think what they're doing, the way the English are doing it, I think they're using Mark Sargent to introduce me to the public. I think he's definitely an operative.
We'll definitely look at this guy again in the future. I just find him interesting. like I said, though, he's a solipsist, which I always find frustrating. Solipsism is... If you don't know what solipsism is, it's basically brain in a jar philosophy. It's the belief that you are the only true consciousness that exists, and everything else in the universe is just a product of your mind. So it's basically the idea that you are the only thing that really exists and everything else is fake. It's very stupid. It's self-centered, and it's basically philosophical suicide. Nothing matters. Nothing has any meaning because it's all just stuff your brain is making up. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like ultimate narcissism. It's also unfalsifiable, which is a really stupid belief to hold. How about this one? Why the humans did this devil work on Earth is the name of this video. This is the guy that thought lemurs aren't real. So let's see what this is all about.
Yes, and with this video right here, yes, you better keep your feeling in check. No doubt about it. There's no feelings when it comes to this truth. Just have to accept it or not. That's just how it is. And if you don't like the video, yes, it's fine. You can move on. You understand? Now, I'm going to break this one down and show you that the dog that you see right here, that's spelled D-O-G, is actually a man-made creature right there. There ain't no dog in biblical days, and you go understand. I'm going to break it all the way down, and I'm going to show you the biblical dog. But for right now...
Okay. This is going to get... Here we go. Okay. So, at some point in human prehistory, human beings were out there, you know, they had a bunch of bones and stuff from the food that they had made, and they threw it away, okay? And at some point, someone decided, I'm gonna try and see if we can get some wolves in here with this. They started feeding the wolves with their scraps, and that relationship sort of became calmer over time. The wolves became more comfortable following these humans around because the humans had a source of food that they would get. And eventually they sort of became symbiotic, right? Then through artificial selection, the humans bred the wolves that were nicer to them, and they didn't allow the ones who were, like, not really cool being around humans. They didn't breed those ones. This happened for a very long period of time. That led to dogs as we know them. Dogs are descended from wolves. Now, we continued to do this, and we started doing it less for behavioral reasons at a certain point and more for aesthetic purposes, which is really, really morally questionable. A lot of aesthetic choices that these breeding groups have done to these dogs have really screwed them up, and it's not okay. But, like, it's not satanic. It's just morally questionable artificial selection. Artificial selection is a very well understood concept. It's not the work of Satan. It's the work of genetics.
These are created animals right there. Yes, call it God backwards. Call it man best friend. And yes, keep your feelings out of it, because we go break into it. And if you have your feelings involved, there's no way you can accept the truth. So you better understand that. Keep your emotion out of it. I'm a man that owned dog, okay? All my life. That's what you need to know. Always have a dog. Don't worry about it. So you don't think I'm hating on dogs. I'm showing you a wicked human being is. They create these creatures right here that you see on screen, and they push them on you. No doubt about it. Just another bill in your damn pocket. You never.
If you don't want a dog, don't get a dog. Having a dog is a lot of having any pet is a lot of responsibility, and that's a being you have to care for because it can't take care of itself, and you should love them. And you shouldn't have them if you can't afford to, like, get them medication and food and stuff. Yeah, if you can't afford that, don't do that. That's fine. No one's forcing you to get a dog or a cat or whatever you want to get as a pet.
Never gonna see it. What kind of dogs is these? Bam! Right there. They're real dogs, real natural dogs, right? You go wake your ass up. All of these different dogs that you see they bring out, all created 100%, and they cannot survive on their own. They need the assistance of a human being.
Yeah, they've been domesticated. This is an interesting video in that he's not... The Satanism stuff is going to be wrong, but, like, does he think people don't know that dogs have been, like, changed by humans? Does he think people don't know dogs are domesticated? That they're sort of symbiotic with humans at this point? Is that something he thinks is a secret? Because it's not. That's general knowledge.
And that's how you know it's not a natural creature. That's what you need to know. All natural animals basically can fend for themselves on this earth. Yes, they're meant to be here. Yes, there was a bond put here by the Lord God himself, the Father. So you have to understand all of them that on earth can basically survive on their own. Man have dominion over all of these right here. And yes, it's man-made, 100%. That's why they always catch up with those puppy labs.
Again, I don't know what you mean, man. They've been artificially selected over time, right? This isn't like... I almost feel like he's going to get into thinking it's like GMO or something, when it's really not that. They're not like literally going in and tweaking the genetics. They're looking at a specific phenotype, like, oh, this dog has a certain head shape, or ear shape, or tail shape, or fur type. And we like that for aesthetic reasons. Modern day. Back in the day, of course, they would do so for behavioral reasons, so you can get working dogs like sheep dogs or guard dogs or whatever you happen to have. But, like, more modern dog breeding is based around aesthetics, so that's what we're going to stick with. So you get dogs that are bred very differently. Like there are plenty of images on this. Let me look it up. Again, sorry, I got to take the gloves off. They're hard to type in. Dog breeds now versus then. Yeah, that'll probably bring it up. Popular dog breeds have changed over 100 years. So, through selective breeding, artificial selection, dog breeds have changed quite a bit, even just in the past 100 years. This is a bull terrier from a century ago. Here's one today. Here's a bulldog from the 1830s. Here's one today. Here's a German shepherd. Here's one today. Like, they look different because we've bred them to be different. In the case of a lot of these species, it's caused issues. Like with the flatter face on the bulldogs, it causes issues with breathing. It's really messed up. So you shouldn't really... just a PSA. Don't go in for, like pure breed dogs. That's a bunch of horse shit. They're often inbred and like... They're inbred, and it can cause health issues, and also it leads to stuff like this. Not to say that these dogs already exist. They need owners. So, like, if you're at a dog rescue or something, sure. You know, that's great. If you can rescue a dog, that's awesome. But what I'm saying is, don't go to a dog breeder that's intentionally breeding dogs for this reason and buy them. Don't pay people money for these things because it incentivizes it. Yes, don't shop, adopt. Adopt pets. Rescue pets when you can. You know, pure breeds, not great. Not great for the animals at all. You get it. Dogs have changed quite a bit over time because these kennel clubs and stuff have bred them and inbred them so much for aesthetic purposes. It's pretty messed up. Not satanic, though. Just irresponsible human behavior.
That they're mixing up DNA and making dogs right here. They create all the breeds, mix him, put all type of shit, blend them up, and this is what you get right here. And if you're sitting there thinking that these are real natural born dogs, you're in a world of hurt. It's time to wake up. Take a look at this one right here. You think this is real? A lot of times they come out, show you a lot of dogs on TV. Basically, it's that you feel sorry for them and tell you they need a home. You never wonder where they get them from. You're never gonna get it. Nothing wrong with them. Dogs look just like these. Different kind of dogs, all kind of different breed. They got mixed up and you basically go get it, but you're not getting it. This one right here is a made up thing they got for the masses right here. They mix it up, DNA, and if you believe me, this one right here, yes, dog back in the days never looked like this.
Again, yeah, they're the product of artificial selection. They're real dogs. They're just as real as any other dogs. They're evolution has just been guided by human choice as opposed to, natural selection.
That's what you need to know. They all look different every time. What you saying? How they bred this one right here? How did they bred it? You're not gonna get it. It's a made up thing right there. They make it all the way from scratch. No doubt about it. You see that? They can create almost any one of these dogs that they want. You see it? They mix up some different DNA.
No, he doesn't understand how artificial selection works. He thinks they're in a lab somewhere mixing test tubes together. No, that's not how it works. Selective breeding.
And they basically come up with it. Yes, and tell you it's man best friend. Don't doubt me if I tell you that man DNA probably in them. No doubt.
Yeah, don't put human DNA in dogs, please.
As you could see all the diamonds around, and they always have a dog show. There you go, right there. What do you think? Okay, it's a different breed dog. You better wake your ass up there. All they do is breed them, mix them up, and they create them all the way from scratch. Bam! Right there. You better understand. Always created the dog. Okay, the cat was around from biblical days. That's why he can survive on his own. He don't need a shower. He don't need none of that. The dog, right?
That's actually more complicated than that. Cats sort of domesticated themselves, and humans haven't really had a big part in sort of artificial selection for cats in the same way. There's certainly been changes in sort of the domesticated cat as compared to wild cats, but, human beings didn't do this to cats. At least not yet. I could see it happening someday. And it happens a little bit. I'm sure there are, cat shows, and they have, pure breed cats and stuff, too. But it's not been as big of a thing as with the dogs.
Right here, you have to damn near feed him with a spoon. Right there. That's the only thing you don't do. You don't feed him. This one is a made-up.
Not to mention, cats ended up domesticated much later, so there hasn't been as much time for that sort of stuff anyway.
Animal. As you can see, they come with their head square, their head round, their head egg-shaped. They can do anything, no doubt. This is what they fought, how far they can go right here. They cannot create a human being, but they create a dog, and they're mocking God himself by naming it God backwards right there.
Okay. Don't know how to put this to you, but what's the etymology of the word dog? Let's take a look. Dog is God backwards to mock him. Let's see. Quadruped of the genus Canis, an Old English dogga, a late rare word used in at least one Middle English course in reference specifically to a powerful breed of canine. Other early Middle English uses tended to be depreciatory or abusive. Its origin remains one of the greatest mysteries in English etymology. So it comes from the Old English word dogga. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And then eventually it just became dog. It's not because it's God backwards.
Don't doubt me, people. It's 100% real, what I'm telling you. All these different species of dog, these different species of dog.
It's pronounced dog. Okay.
Okay. Hyena, if you want to know the biblical dog, and he can survive all day long in the jungle. That's what you need to know. These dogs right here can't even walk around too long. They die. That's what you need to know. That's strange? Yes, it is. If you feed them some human food, they also die. Wow, is that strange? Of course.
Because there are some things that are poisonous to dogs. What? There are some human foods that are poisonous to dogs. Same with cats. That's not... Different animals have different dietary needs and restrictions. That's not satanic. That's just nature.
They're the one who create the dog DNA and everything else. That's what you need to know 100%. And then they push him on you. Yes, of course, you have to buy food for him. Yes, your kids fall in love with him. You have to take him to the hospital, getting medication.
Yeah, if you're gonna have a pet, then you need to be prepared to take care of them, and that includes medical care. That's part of it. Is this guy just like, well, if the dog gets sick, just let him die and get a new one? That's not what you signed up for.
Get him shots. Yes, they even have birthday cake for dogs. That's what you need to know. Everything they got. Look at this one right here. It's natural dog.
That's a dog whose hair has been dyed. Does he think this is the dog's natural hair color?
Better wake your ass up. No way. They create all of them. And even if you're mad at me, you still gotta look into this and know I'm telling you the truth. All of these dogs was created. Not their fault. That's why I kept my dog at all times. It's not their fault. But the wicked people at this earth, this is what they do. And they always have one of these in the White House. Always. It's tradition. And I told you, they created 100%. The dog can't even see most of the time. The hair go down in his face. How that gonna be a natural creature? No way. I used to have a dog.
I feel like if I was president, people wouldn't like me very much because I wouldn't get a dog. I'd just continue to have, like, my cat and maybe more cats. And it wouldn't be a thing where I'd want them to just, like, I want them to be around me. So I'd be, like, signing bills on the, the Resolute desk, and Lupine would be, like, walking all over the executive orders or the bills or whatever.
Dog and his hair go down in his eyes. He
First kitty Lupine.
Keep after trying to push it on the carpet, trying to get the hair to peel back. He do that all day. Why you think? Cause they create him. No natural animal gonna have no problem with none of that. That's what you need to know. You see, hair take him all the way over, but they don't care. They still create him because he look cute. But the dog still living in misery because of the way they create him. No lie. And they grow him. And then after that, you become friend with him, and then he die because they don't make him to live long. That's why.
Well, that's just because dogs have shorter lifespans. It's not intentional.
They got dog ears, and people never get it. They have them doing police work, hounding, looking for drugs and everything. Yes, just for a damn snack. Wow, or a treat. That's how they do it, no doubt about it.
Yeah, animals have been bred, dogs specifically have been bred for a variety of tasks by humans. They're very good learners. They're very good task-based learners. Positive reinforcement can teach them very quickly, which is why they're so suited to so many tasks, because not only can you breed them towards specific tasks, but they can be trained very effectively towards those goals. So whether it's a police dog, or a guard dog, or a sheepdog, or whatever, like a seeing eye dog, all sorts of, like, different careers that dogs get into, they're good at it. And honestly, I think some of them probably like doing it. But, maybe that's just me.
They create the dog, and yes.
Because if a dog doesn't have the temperament for that, they're not going to continue with the training, right? They wouldn't be good at it if they didn't want to do it, to some extent, Like, the dog doesn't understand exactly what it's doing, but, I would imagine the dog understands, oh, they want me to do a thing, I'm doing a thing for them, and they get happy when I do it, and they're happy with me when I do it, so I do it, right? That's fine.
Him on the human being, bam, all the way. There's no way you're gonna turn down a dog, because yes, he's so cute, and you need all of that. He look innocent and everything, but it's all by design. As you can see, this one right here, that's how they do it. People go wait their ass up. Look how big this dog is. All created, no doubt. And if it's a special dog that people like, of course they're gonna make a lot of those, keep producing more and more. This one, they make it look like a lion, all by design. Bam, they do it on purpose. There you go. They make the dog to look like.
Yeah, they intentionally bred animals, dogs, in such a way as to produce this result, and it's a cool looking dog. I would hope this breed of dog doesn't, result in any health complications, because it's a nice looking dog. Honestly, they should probably start doing, like, a license thing where if you're gonna breed dogs, then you need to do so ethically. That would be good, to ensure that they stop doing stuff that would have, like, adverse effects on the animals. Like, if you're gonna start breeding dogs in a concerted effort to do so, then you need to have some sort of, like, veterinary consultant that can talk about, like, no, you shouldn't do that because this will cause this health complication or whatever.
Like a lion, they all created. This dog could never survive. A matter of fact, most of them could never survive outside. What kind of animal can survive outside? Don't
Domesticated animals is the literal answer to that question.
make no sense. All created by man right there. That's the only thing they can make. Bam! Talking about them making man and cloning. They can't do it. This is their work right here in plain sight, and they throw it on you. There you go. What kind of animal you cut his ears off on his tail as soon as he born?
I do wonder about the dog-human symbiosis thing, in the sense that I wonder if it's, like, prolific enough that if, let's say, you're an alien species, you know, and you come by Earth and you do some studying, and you have to describe the human race to your superior or something. If you have to give, like, a brief, 2-3 sentence summary, in that 2-3 sentence summary, do you mention, like, oh, they have a symbiotic relationship with these other mammals called dogs that do a variety of tasks for them, as well as companionship? Does that come up in the first paragraph of your report, or does that come later? I'm just wondering if it's significant enough that it would be, like, in the top, you know? They have a symbiotic relationship with these animals that they've domesticated called dogs. Baja says yes, and I trust Baja, so I believe it. Baja is an alien confirmed, by the way.
What you telling me is a made-up animal right there. That's what it is. That's how wicked the elite is. That's it right there. They have a lot of puppy lab. Who you think hand down the science and so-called whatever to make these creatures right here? What you think it is? Wow, look at the hair on this one. You have to brush it like a real human being. I already told you. There you go. I already told you, they make these animals right here, no doubt, all the way in. They make them...
Again, does he think this animal's fur, I'm sure it grows in a way, similar to this, but does he not understand also that this dog has been, like, professionally groomed to give him this appearance? Like, it doesn't look like this just coming out, you know what I mean? This is a concerted effort to make the dog look this way.
To look whatever they want him to look like. And they also create the pit bull. That's what you need to know. Look how big this dog is right here. Wow. All lab experiment. There you go right there. What you think? Wow. Check out back in the days when you used to see dogs and see if they look like this. No way. They change all the way. There you go. The more advanced time get, the more the dog advance. You notice? Yes, they keep having weird and weirder dog. The more you go, you see?
The dog technology, it's too powerful.
When I was younger, you never see these dogs. No way. But they are lab dog right there, okay? Experiment, okay? They can grow. There you go. They even make one with the one eye symbol right there. What you think? Bam! There you go right there. You see another one right here. More look like a damn werewolf. Take a look at this one right here. Wow. Or a hyena. More look like a hyena than a regular dog. But that's how they do it. They use the experiment. There you go right there. You see that one? Wow. Wow. That's how they do it, people. This one have the one big eye and the lazy eye right there. No doubt about it. Yes. That's how they do it. All kind of dogs. Different size, different shapes. Matter of fact, a lot of them you can put in your purse right there. Take a look at it. They make them specially for that. That's what you need to know. 100%. There you go. This is another one that can fit in the purse. They make them all the way. Yes. You want it? Yes, they got it for you. There you go. By popular demand, they created them. No doubt about it. This is the one I right there again. Bam! Yeah, this big one right here. Of course, he go have complication, breathing, but they don't care. Yes, because it look cute, they make it. There you go. Bam! Wow. Weird, but they still do it, people. That's what you need to know. And I'm going to show you where they get the dog from right here. As you can see, all these black magic that they're working. These are the pyramid, the arts in the pyramids. That's what you need to know. All the satanic worship site. And this is what they have. Look at this head right there. That's a dog head right.
the Egyptians did not worship Satan because Satan was not a character that existed in religious fiction at that time.
Right there, that's what you need to know. Working their magic on the people. All black magic, everything you see in there, that's what you need to know. All satanic work. And take a look. One of on the dog head, one of on the damn eagle head. Wow, you're never gonna get it. This is what it's all about. All about black magic when it comes to the dog.
Oh boy, wait until he hears about the Sphinx.
100%, as you can see. There you go. You got 2 dogs sitting around right there. This was before dog exists. That's what you need to know.
What? This was not before...
100% in. Bam! There you go. The dog head right there. There you go. And messing with the so-called mummy right here. You gotta wake up. It was all by design. Yes, for the devil work. Don't doubt me. This one also have the dog head on.
That's my least favorite thing that gets done is when religions of either other people, contemporary or ancient religions like that of the ancient Egyptians get labeled Satan worship. It belies such an ignorance of other cultures' belief systems. It's crazy. Like, I guarantee this guy knows literally nothing about, you know, the religion of ancient Egypt, but he's immediately willing to call it Satanism because he doesn't understand it and because it's not Christianity. So stupid.
Yes, messing with this tomb right here with the damn Freemason sign, hex on it. What you think? Damn. They can't fool me. Dog head again. Of course, they're telling you something right here. They create the dog right there, no doubt. And if you ask them, they go tell you these was aliens or gods come down from the heavens. You better wake up. Nothing but black magic. They work on the masses, and you can see the dog involved in it. Yes, because they're the one who make it from ancient days. They come up with that idea right there. Don't doubt me if you see the one eye behind it. Yes, you already know devil work, all devil work they created in here. And yes, there go the dog head again. Wow. Don't sleep. Dog head again right there. Okay? This is what they do. It's part of their black magic, part of their creation. Right there is a damn dog. And you slept. Bam. There you go. You see, got the eyes on. The same high as they use on the dollar bill. The same high they use, people. The one they worship right there. Shaped the same way, everything. Yes, the Time Warner sign right there in plain sight. Don't sleep. There you go. You print out all the way on this one right here. The Eye of Cyrus, the Eye of Ra. There you go. And watch this right here. The Ankh in the hand, the Ankh right there. The so-called...
Yeah, the Ankh was a religious symbol for the Egyptians.
Magic wand.
Ancient Egyptians.
That they use. No doubt about it. There you go. This is how they do it, and you slept on it. Yes, they create the dog. It's a damn man-made. No doubt, people go be mad, but it is what it is. The truth is the truth.
The fact that dogs have been artificially bred or artificially selected by breeding by humans into becoming domesticated is not a secret. Everyone knows that about dogs.
Right there.
And it happened before ancient Egypt, for fuck's sake.
The dog come from them. And if you see, those dogs never exist that I show you from the front part of the video. Those are all created 100%. There you go right there. The dogs, nothing but the gods. That's all they go tell you. No doubt about it. Yes, it is God spelled backwards. And there you go right there. It's a damn black magic with them creating the dog. Push it on, man.
Oh, Anubis. Anubis has been working on his core. Ooh.
All the way in, no doubt. You see the Time Warner sign? Right there. Right there. You see it? That's what it means. That's the Eye of Ra. Eye of the...
Yeah, that's definitely furry art, right? That's furry art.
Serpent, 100%.
You ever look at sexy jackal dog man furry art of Anubis, and then you're like, this is part of the conspiracy.
And it got the dog head on. There you go. They tell you in plain sight. Yes, and if you see this thing right here, wow, all one eye symbol, and you can see the onyx with the wing on it, the ankh, all the way Satan.
Pseudo Sapien says, I'll show you what's heavier than a feather, baby. That wins comment of the day. Yes.
Onyx, yes. That's what they call voodoo in real life. There you go right there, holding the magic wand in the hand right there. Is it a man or a woman? Bam! Well, that's how they do it, right here.
I love when he says bam.
That's how you get the dogs, people. You go wake your ass up. It's part of their fucking magician. The devil trick. As you can see the dog sitting right here, and what you see, the magic wand sitting right there on the box.
It's an ankh!
Just for the people who have eyes to see and can figure it out that it's a magic, black magic so-called, created that dog.
Does this guy think magic is real? Seems like he thinks magic is real.
That you see right there. Don't doubt me. 100%. And bam! As you can see, they have this movie called Dogma, and people slept on it. They don't understand. It got something to do with the God and the devil at the same time. There you go. You have the one that played the devil down here with the devil sign on each finger, the index out for the devil horns. Bam! He show you that what it's about.
It's called dogma because religious dogma is the term for like a set of firmly held religious beliefs. Dogma. It's not about dogs.
Them have the wing on in this so-called dogma. What you talking about? I'm right on the money. That's what they're talking about. This is the one that played the devil in the damn movie right there with the wings on. I'm gone.
This guy, you know, I miss Hans Wormhat a lot. But this guy's pretty good, too. Bam! End of segment. Okay, bits messages. Andrew Patella with 20 bits. He says the Earth is not a planet. What does he even think a planet is? A star that behaves weird? It's in the... He thinks they're in, like, the celestial thing. The celestial bubble or whatever. Doodleburb with 20 bits. This guy woke up one day and chose violence against science. Logarth with 20 bits. Hold on, let me put on my thinking cap so I can follow along with this guy. Takes legendarily huge bong rip. Stone Corbell with 20 bits. Conspiracy Theory ASMR. B Silver. Conspiracy ASMR. Meteoric Indigo, thank you for subscribing. Ty with 20 bits. I have a hard time believing that Conspiracy Theory Bob Ross cursed you. He did though. Boogup with 20 bits. Oh god, crystals like Final Fantasy. The Real Imfic, thank you for following. Lover VZZ, thank you for following. Doodleburb with 20 bits. This is more like a passion project to him, would you say? Seems like it. Pinkerbell Pixie, thank you for subscribing. Wind Changer with 20 bits. Deepak Chopra. The Littlest Dean with 50 bits. Hannah, since you watch so much conspiracy stuff, are there any theories you kind of buy into or enjoy? I enjoy watching old Denver airport videos because they're absolutely wild. I mean, there's plenty I enjoy. I really like the Flat Earth stuff just because I find it fascinating that many people can be so wrong about something that's so proven, you know what I mean? The fact that the Earth's round is so demonstrable, I find that interesting. But no, I don't have any particular conspiracy theories I buy into. Apothic Poisons, thank you for following. Quig the Chig with 100 bits. I love cats, but they're assholes, and as my dad said, we worshipped them as gods once, and they have not forgotten. Dragons Galore, thanks for following. The Littlest Dean with 50 bits. Remember that sheep that got lost for 6 years and had like 60 pounds of wool? Clearly natural animals have innate flaws too. Well, sheep have been also artificially selected to produce more wool and more, than they normally would had they not been, dealt with by humans. Stone Corbell with 20 bits. Okay, say this is all true. What does any of it matter? Right? That's what I don't get. Lily Love Stuff with 25 bits. What is this dog conspiracy man's channel name? I'll get it for you in a sec. Boog Up with 20 bits. Anubis better stop playing around. Mitchell Drummer says, as a furry, I can confirm that Anubis gets a lot of furry porn drawn of him. Not shocked. Creeping Darkness with 20 bits. The BAM should be your new bit sound. That would get annoying so quick. Billy SC137 with 25 bits. This is a joke, or is this guy serious? He's serious. Killjoy102. Okay, this might be a super elaborate troll. If so, well done. I don't think it is. Could be. There's always that chance, but I don't think so. Lily Love Stuff with 20 bits. Honestly, I'm just glad we have a black conspiracy theorist here who isn't an ancient Egyptian obsessed, like in a way a lot are with being like ancient Egyptian supremacists. Sure. Purple Nickel with 20 bits. My brain hurts now. Thanks, Hannah. You're welcome. Kurjuski, thank you for following. Lausib3, thanks for the 100 bits. Killjoy102, this is the verse conspiracy where yiffing is related to Jesus. Might be. I don't know.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. So, YouTube has given me a reprieve. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I think it'll last a little while.
I'm overheating, so I'm going to take this jacket off.
And, we just got to keep it clean. Freedom of speech is under attack, obviously. First Amendment rights.
Your First Amendment right applies literally zero to YouTube. YouTube is not the United States government. They are a private platform. Your First Amendment has nothing to do with your YouTube being around or not. There, now I just have this dress and gloves. How's that for a look?
Hey, in a communist country. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So let's share the screen. As you can see, I'm outside in the snow because I think that the deep state is collapsing. And one of the things the deep state did was control the weather. And
God damn it!
A few days ago,
we haven't checked in on the bingo call sheet for a while because someone already won anyway. But let's be clear, we have the deep state, we have Hannah died of laughter, that definitely happened, and we also have weather control. This is a really good day for bingo stuff. I'm sure there's more too. Satanic. I don't want to put more of these things on the board. The traveling tokens, but we also got satanic child abuse. Or just satanic, I guess, but it's, part of one space. My research. Ancient wisdom, I would argue. Yeah, this has been a crazy bingo day. Holographic sky. Yeah, with the inverted earth thing, I would count that. Fluoride isn't on the bingo card. Though it should be. I gotta go through and honestly, I gotta update some of these bingo cards with some new stuff and take off some of the stuff that just never gets called. Hold on. Oh, shoot.
On my Facebook, on a Facebook post that I felt that the weather was going to start to, go back to normal. So we have not had a real good snow here in Lake Tahoe up to this point. And normally we've had like 3 or 4 really.
I missed bits. Sorry. Have I seen ODD TV's Flat Earth MVPs rap? I have not seen it.
Really good snows.
Link it if you'd
like.
So
this is like the first good snow that we've had in a while. And since last year, really. And it's coming down many feet. Probably get like 3 to 4 feet of snow, which is desperately needed to make sure we have that snowpack to make sure the streams and the lake stays, at a very nice level and so forth. So the deep state is definitely collapsing. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Let me share the screen with you guys.
Fluoride is on your bingo card. Maybe it got added then. It's not on my call sheet, though.
Let's see what's going on in the world.
At least I don't think it is.
So there has been a lot going on since the last time I talked to you. I have been sharing it on Facebook. So if you're not in my Facebook, Unleashing Intuition LLC, or my Unleashing Intuition.
Did that link to ODD TV's thing ever get posted? Because I'll check it out. I'm not that into what that guy was talking about. Oh, God.
This is the Flat Smackin' Remix, the all-star mic pass. Gotta bring the people together, we got the right cast. Plaster, Sebastian, D-Marble to keep it snapping. Baghdad, ODD in the deck, to send a packet. Yeah, we even got the Flat Earth man up in here rapping. We got the truth and we sharing the same passion. The earth is flat and they're lying to hide the true creator. No truth is greater than the truth of the Yahushua say. NASA in Hebrew, it means to deceive you. So please go review the lies that they feed you. Eyes wide open so the forgery is see-through. Time's up, liars, it's over, we don't believe you. Eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat. Remix. Eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat. Remix.
Eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat. Eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat. Once you go flat, you don't go back. Got a bunch of globes back at home up in the trash. I'm not even really tripping if I get laughed at. Everybody here's about to get flat smacked. Send us over the moon like a round from Mother Goose. Blue marble Photoshop, red carpet cartoon. If spinning like a top is the deal you buy, better take a second taste that salted word of God. So let me explain. You live on a plane. Go ahead, observe. You won't find a rising curve. So let me.
Other people in chat are saying it, and I agree. This is like the worst auto-tune I've ever heard. It's actively making her sound worse.
Top of the morning, it's your boy Calico. I'm out here flat smacking, but in fact they don't hear me though. Probably for the same reason Jesus spoke in parables. Sign language don't work when you're blind and your hearing's dull. Man, I used to hit them hard, I hit them with the facts and used to lick my knuckles, flat smack them with the backhand. Now I leave clues, yep, that's how I does it. Like Michael J. Fox and Mickey D's. I'm dropping nuggets. I'm dropping nuggets. They love it. Man, the searchers was wanted. Man, they seek it, they find it, and then they keep it 100. Every once in a while, man, you find me hang around with my hand cocked back, covered in baby powder. A flat smack. A flat smack. Got 6 about mil that have my back. Flat smack. Flat smack. Man, this globe so old, seem to grown some mold. Flat smack. Flat smack. Man, I'm sorry about the lies that you've been told. Flat smack.
Flat smacking activists rapping about the fact that it's a flat plane. Open your brain, we've been playing trapped in this lie since the beginning of time. Father of them all had a mind thinking we were monkeys on a
Oh my god, we're not even halfway through. Fuck this. We'll get a sampling of each individual rapper and then we'll.
Eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat. Eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat. Once you go flat, you don't go back. Got a bunch of globes back at home up in the trash. I'm not even really tripping if I get laughed at, cause everybody here about to get flat smacked. Yeah, you must have heard of me, I'm the flat earth man. Flat smacking with my songs across the flat land. Listen to my music and try to prove me wrong. I'm killing the globe with each and every song. NASA and scientism, they mad at me because of my songs like Don't Believe in Gravity. My songs are for teaching, they got real information. I'm musically smashing the globe, indoctrination.
Let me introduce myself in case you don't know me. I'm a known globe killer, call me ODD. This world isn't what you thought, nope, not at all. So it's time to stop spinning and get off the ball. They say ignorance is bliss, but I like knowing the truth. If we really live on a sphere, why can't they show us the proof? You've never seen the curvature, just wipe that one from your list. How could you ever witness something if it doesn't exist? Tell me that. Flat smacking them back into reality. The galaxy they teach us is crap and it's a fallacy. Teaching theories is fact and it's a tragedy. When Earth is stationary and flat in actuality. And NASA pictures always look so great. You can tell that they ain't real because they look so fake. Nobody landed.
Cause never will we give it. The truth lies hidden
It's stationary still, so take the red pill. And I ain't gotta wait for you to catch up. You think it's raining upside down in Australia? You believe we got astronauts in the...
All hell, that's pseudoscience Photoshop on my past.
It's the spirit level guy repping FE crew. Steady putting in the work to bring the FE truth. Opposition forces working trying to stifle the flow. The earth is flat and stationary, I'm just letting you know. We've been deceived about space, let me make that clear. Now the moon's inside the earth's atmosphere. The cabal is in fear, trying to move the goalposts, cause we're nearing the punchline of this globe joke. How we live on a ball with so many flat surfaces, and globes aren't meant for educational purposes. The world we've been taught isn't quite what it seems. Let me stop it right here and get back on my routine, cause I eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat. I eat, sleep, debunk the globe, repeat.
Oh. Flat earthers need to stop, please. At least ODD TV hasn't posted anything in 3 months. What about on ODD TV 2? 8 months ago, so even longer. Okay. Okay. Let's do a cleanse, and then we're probably gonna call it an evening.
Mr. Peep? Are you hungry? Would you like to eat something? Not you, Coco. I'm talking to Mr. Peep. Yeah. It's time for Mr. Peep to eat something. No, not you, Coco. It's time for Mr. Peep. Coco! It's not time for you to eat. It's time for Mr. Peep to eat. Here we go.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Peep. Look what a beautiful, strong boy you're becoming. Coco, it's not time for you to eat. It's time for Mr. Peep. You want me to feed you next? Okay. Right now I gotta feed Mr. Peep. Yeah, babies first. Babies first. I know. You're the original baby, but Mr. Peep is the new baby. He's gotta eat first!
Coco doesn't give a fuck! It's time to feed Coco!
Oh my god, Coco. So impatient. Woo! That was a big old meal, huh?
That's very cute. Alright, bit messages, and then we will call it an evening. I gotta get something to eat. I haven't eaten today, and it's 9 p.m. That's not good. I also gotta go see if my thing finally got here, if my package finally arrived. Let's see what the bit messages are. Windchanter with 20 bits. To the tune of This Girl is on Fire. This election was stolen. I understood that reference. Jack NCC, thanks for following. Good night, Ghetto Kanya. Thanks for coming to the stream. Von Tux with 100 bits. Now that QAnon is in disarray, are a lot of the other conspiracy theories growing again? Like former QAnon weirdos coming back home to their old favorite theories? I mean, they were already still participating in those other communities, you know? They were just doing the QAnon thing as well, so it's not that noticeable. I think the QAnon communities have actually shrank a little bit, though, which is nice. At least for now. I'm sure they'll come back at some point, but who knows? Packwolf 4240, thanks for following. Master Kabosh, thanks for following. Boogup with 20 bits. Coco demands tribute. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming to the stream. If you liked what you saw, give me a follow if you haven't already. If not, that's cool. Thanks for coming anyway. Doodleburb with 100 bits. Thanks for the stream. Have a good night and get something to eat. I will. Thanks, everyone. Who am I gonna raid? Squid is streaming. I could do squid. Haven't done squid in a bit. Also, Riverboat Jack is the... We'll raid squid. Come on. Copy paste, please. It's just easier than typing it. At least it used to be. Oh my god. Why won't it? Why? Why is it not letting me do the thing? Come on. There we go. Nope. Oh my god. I want to die. Why is it not okay, I'll just do it from here. Oh my god. Holy shit. My clicker isn't working. There we go. I've been having trouble with my mouse. I gotta get a new one. Alright, thanks everyone for coming to the stream. It was a lot of fun. I'll be back tomorrow for some other stream. Maybe Chud Watch. Maybe it'll be Sovereign Citizens. Maybe it'll be a wheel stream. Who knows? Tune in to find out. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Chat's valid. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.